Ladies and gentlemen, episode number 686, and we are live in the land of purple. Twitch TV, it is the very first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the new year. If we haven't already talked after the new year, Happy New Year, welcome in. It's a thrill ride of a show today. We got 4 championships on the line today. It is going to be an absolute spectacular from the tone setter until the main event, and of course we also have our Speed Championship tournament to finish after Wrestle Wars Genesis is through as well. Before we get to any matches or any big discussions about what's going on in the land of pro wrestling, we've got Moon Raider 25 and Luke the Gooner 94, of course, on the broadcast booth. As always, welcome in, guys. What are you guys up to today? Anything new and exciting going on? That would be you guys. You're Moon Raider. There we go. Moon Raider and Luke. That's you. That's. Do I need to have a special sign in front of the camera that's a cue card for you guys, or what? What the fuck is wrong with you guys?
I was trying to swap.
How dare you? Right now, are you eating those chips plain, or do you have like salt and vinegar on them? What do you put on your chips?
I have salt over that.
Just salt, like regular salt, like iodized salt, or like seasoning salt.
I mix it in with my food. I like dip them in and that.
Yeah. I love chips. Chips are great, especially if you. I mean, personally, I like gravy as well. Like, I eat them with salt and vinegar. I like seasoning salt. I don't know if you've ever been to an A&W or not, but they put seasoning salt on their onion rings. But it's really, really good on French fries too. But yeah, I do love my chips. And of course, over here we like to make poutine as well, which is fries with cheese curds mixed in with the fries, not just on top, like some places make. But that is not a poutine. That is fucking fries with cheese and gravy. Properly done poutine is layered. You got cheese curds throughout the fries, and then a nice gravy on top, and then more cheese curds on top of the gravy. It's so fucking good. But yeah, I love chips. We were actually talking about that before we went live. A lot of places call them French fries. We call them fry. Like, it depends. Like, if you're at a McDonald's or something, they don't call them chips there. They call them fries. It's of course an American company, right? But yeah, we call them chips here in Canada. We don't have French fry trucks. We have chip trucks, and we have fish and chips, not fish and fries. But it's just one of those weird things, right? That depending on where you are.
Yeah, I have always liked the chips at McDonald's. They always do good chips.
I mean, they're all right. I prefer A&W's. I like their food in general better, actually, than I do McDonald's. I'm not a huge McDonald's. We do eat McDonald's, but just not. No, I'm not a huge fan of McDonald's. But Moon, do you like McDonald's?
I do like McDonald's, but I do have like a small meal. I do, because like when I have a big meal, I just get kind of like
you guys.
I don't eat them that much. I don't eat them much anymore.
Yo, Hitman's in the chat. What's going on? I see you. What's new and exciting, Hitman? He says, "Don't you mean Macca's? What the fuck is Macca's? I don't know what in the fuck that is even."
I actually like KFC better now.
You did the wrong redeem, Moon. You got to do claim a superstar, not ink a contract. You silly fucking Brit, you.
You silly bastard.
Oh,
you silly bastard. Tonight I'll be hosting something, if I can share. Macca's is the Aussie way of saying McDonald's. Oh, okay. Macca's is the way. Yeah. I mean, personally, I just call them a shithole.
I've only got 9K points.
I'm not a big fan of McDonald's at all. But so that's the Aussie way of saying McDonald's is Macca's. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. Now, do you guys have any big burger joints over there that are like equivalent to a McDonald's? Like, do you guys have your own franchise over there that people really like, or?
Burger King's one of them.
Which one?
Burger King.
Burger King?
Wow, but I don't think I've had Burger King.
Well, Burger King's like an American establishment, though, right? Like, do you guys have any of your own franchises? Like that?
We have Burger Kings over here, yeah.
No, I know, but not Burger King or McDonald's. Like, do you have your own franchises in the UK that like originated there? They're not from the States or Canada, or do you guys? Do you know of any, Moon, off the top of your head? Honeybee's in the house. Maria's already dropping a pipe bomb. She has a lot to say, Maria does. Count yourselves lucky that I am here. Why? I don't know. You people don't deserve greatness like me. She is an absolute savage, that one. What's going on, Honeybee? Permission to share my news for... I mean, you don't need permission to share news here. You do not need permission to share news here. If you've got something to share with the fam jam, you share it. We want to know. Inquiring minds must know, Hitman. But what do you got going on? What's new and exciting? What do you have to share? We are curious now. Don't leave us hanging. How dare you? Honeybee says, this is so much fun being a bitch. Yeah, I mean, Maria, she's an absolute savage. Savage. Just inked a contract. She's already attacked basically the entire women's division. Verbally, of course. But she did not hold back. Attacked legends, attacked up-and-coming stars. Maria has nothing good to say about any of them. Nothing. If you don't know what EST is, that's your problem. That's Eastern Standard Time. I mean, that's what it is here. I don't know what it is in Australia. Queen Dust says, what greatness. You've only been here for like 5 minutes. Is that all you do, is using your fingers to type, girl? You remind me of Tyson Fury. Twitter fingers. Oh my god. Actually, Tyson Fury apparently is coming out of retirement. Apparently he's coming out of retirement. I forget. Is he facing...
He was supposed to face, like, after AJ, well, Anthony Joshua calling out Tyson Fury by saying using Twitter fingers. Basically, like before the whole accident that happened, he was supposed to come out of retirement.
Yeah, because he wants to face AJ, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we have Usyk that wants to face... I believe he wants to face Deontay Wilder next, I think. I just don't see that being... It's funny because a few, like Lennox Lewis, I think, even said that Deontay Wilder would probably beat Usyk. I just don't see that happening. I think Usyk starches him. I mean, how long has it been since Wilder's actually had a competitive boxing match? It's been a while, right? It's been a hot minute, has it not? And like Usyk has been active. So I don't see how Deontay Wilder is going to come in and beat Usyk. I really don't. And I actually think Tyson Fury will lose to AJ too.
What do you think will lose?
Yeah, I think AJ will beat Tyson Fury. I think AJ's got more left in the gas tank. And he's got he's hungry again. He wants to be champion again, right? And Tyson Fury, I mean, the man keeps retiring and unretiring. And
are you more of an Anthony Joshua fan than Tyson Fury fan?
I like both. I don't like either one more than the other. I think they're both great boxers. But I do think AJ. I don't know if it'll be a knockout or a decision. I mean, let's face it, it's hard.
They don't like each other, do they?
It's going to be really hard to knock out Tyson Fury. So, there's that.
They don't like each other, do they?
They don't seem to, no. I mean, I don't know if that's real heat or if it's just, business heat, or if they really have an issue with each other. Or, I'm not really sure. Not really sure.
Sports rivalry, isn't it?
But anyways, Hitman, does that Eastern Standard Time? Is that what you mean by EST? Tonight, if all goes right, setup-wise, I'll be hosting OVW Rise on my Twitch around 7 p.m. Yeah, I saw that. Yes, now look at the part related to it. Yeah, I saw that you're going to be on your Twitch around 7. And you're hosting OVW? Okay. I'm on a delay. I mean, potentially. I mean, the Twitch app is ghastly when it comes to delays, right? So. Oh, you're from America? Oh, I just assumed maybe you were from Australia because you were talking about Macca's. You were telling us about the Aussie way of saying McDonald's. The real Dominic Mysterio. Did you hear about Logan signing a long-term deal with WWE and says he's actually yeah, I mean, he's been talking about doing that for a while. He's all in. He loves the business, and I don't care what anybody says. You can like Logan Paul or you can hate Logan Paul, but he's one of the best on the roster. He really is. The guy's really good. The guy is really good, and he can high fly, he can wrestle, he can be heel, he can probably be a face at some point. At this point in his career, they're going to have to keep him a heel, but eventually they will turn Logan Paul face. I guarantee you. I think Logan Paul and Austin Theory are going to win the tag team championship. You think so? You think they're going to team up as a tag team? Have they teased that? I haven't seen Monday Night Raw yet, so, like, was there a tease for that? Putting those two as a tag team? I'll be honest, I wouldn't hate that. I wouldn't hate that. They could call their tag team Prime Theory. You know, Logan Paul's Prime energy drink and
I didn't think it was that great, me, Rob. To be honest, it was just like, yeah.
I haven't watched it. I have no idea. I mean, some people enjoyed it. Other people said it was underwhelming for the first Raw of the new year.
But the main event was really good, man.
Was it?
Tell me, CM Punk can't wrestle again. I tell you what, he can fucking wrestle.
Well, I don't know why anybody would say he can't wrestle. He can wrestle with the best of them. He's just not as quick.
That was a hell of a match, though.
He's not as quick as he once was. He's not. I think when it comes to CM Punk, they just need to keep him active more. He's not wrestling enough, therefore it's showing when he does wrestle.
That's quite a good thing, though. You know, you see him maybe so often. I think that's part of his contract, though.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't. That's the thing, right? You don't want him on TV too much because he's a draw.
Yeah.
You know, he's a needle pusher. So, but at the same time,
you don't need him on every Raw.
At the same time, because he was gone so long, it would probably do him a little bit of good if he was at least for a few months straight wrestling just a little bit more. I think that would help his. I just think he's got ring rust. I think he's got a little ring rust because he just seems a little bit sluggish when he's in the ring. But
I've enjoyed this run that he's been having. Me like.
Yeah, I mean he's on a good run. I mean, and I told people that Bronson Reed wasn't beating him. Yeah, he was not winning the world championship on the first Raw of the New Year. Sorry.
Is he going into Mania as a champion now?
Well, at this point, I would imagine CM Punk keeps the belt until at least then, wouldn't he?
I imagine so.
Oh, you know people from Australia, but you're not from there. Okay, gotcha. Is Abyss booked, or does he got to cut a promo to get booked? He's not booked. No. I mean, if you want to have him booked on an upcoming show, I mean, there's the promo and role play section on Discord, or you can toss a pipe bomb in the chat room and get something going when we're live. But our next show, however, our next live show, which will be this weekend, will be the 4th annual TWA Hall of Legends show. So it'll be all legends and award winners and things of that nature. You're lucky I have a coffee hit, man, because I'd be offended by that otherwise. How dare you? How dare you, sir, drink a coffee? But I do have one, so I guess I can take the how dare you back. I just felt like saying how dare you, and Rocky Cross isn't here, so I had nobody to say how dare you to. Except for Moon and Luke when we first started. I asked them a question, and they just sat there like they didn't even know their fucking names. What legend can be challenged? I mean, the legends... So when it comes to our Hall of Legends shows, it's just legends versus legends. Legends versus legends. Or inductees that have just become legends versus legends. Even award winners. There will be a couple of people on there that aren't being inducted into the Hall of Legends, but they're award winners for the show, so they will wrestle. Type of thing. We're almost in our 7th year, our 7th season, but this is only our 4th annual. We didn't do a Hall of Legends show for the first couple of years because we wanted to make sure we had a proper history for TWA before we started inducting people into a Hall of Legends, right? So, in IRL, Abyss is a legend in IRL. I mean, I think he's in the WWE Hall of Fame too, is he not? Did they not put Chris Park in? He was inducted, wasn't he? Does anybody remember?
Who?
Abyss. Or Chris Park. Was Chris... I'm trying to remember. Yeah, he was definitely in the TNA Hall of Fame. You know, that's something we could look at, too. You know, if you're in the TNA Hall of Fame, you could also be in the Hall of Legends for TWA. I don't see why not. It's not like we're a WWE affiliate. TWA is better than WWE. We can do whatever the hell we want, for the most part. Not in WWE's yet. Yeah, for some reason I thought Chris Park might have went in, because he's working for the company. I just, for some reason, thought they put him in. They should. They should put him in to the WWE Hall of Fame, I think. He was in TNA's 20... Yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. But... So anyways, aside from pro wrestling, because we're going to have all show to talk about pro wrestling, we got other things to talk about. You know, like, for instance, the Premier League. What's been going on with the Premier League? I know Luke has things to discuss as far as Team Arsenal goes, so if Luke, if you want to explain to us and tell us what's been going on with Team Arsenal, and we'll have a look at the standings and stuff here in a bit, but...
If Arsenal wins tonight, we go 8 points clear at the top of the table.
8 points clean at the top of the table. Nice.
Yeah, that's a good lead, that. That's a nice lead, that.
Yeah, because right now they're only, what, 5 points ahead of Man City, right?
Yeah, well, Man City didn't win last night, and honestly, Man City should have lost last night. They were terrible. They were at home as well against Brighton. Man City was terrible. How did you not lose that game?
Did it end up a draw?
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't win. They were at home and they didn't beat Brighton. That's called a bottle job, that.
Yeah.
I wish people would start calling that out. If that was Arsenal, you'd be calling us bottle jobs.
And the top top five have changed just a little bit. You got Brentford sitting in the top 5 now.
Yeah, I don't think Brentford are going to finish there, but I mean they might get like the top half of the table though. They might get.
Yeah, well, I mean they're about 15 points behind Arsenal.
5 is a five is a Europa League spot. So if Brentford get Europa League, good on them, man. Because that is good for Brentford. That.
I mean, right now the top 5 for Premier League is Team Arsenal still at number 1. They've been there pretty much all season. They've got 15 wins, 3 draws, 2 losses for 48 points, and they've got 40 goals for. Great goals against too. Great goal. They've only had 14 goals allowed in 20 games. That's fucking pretty. That's pretty phenomenal.
What's even better as well is that Aston Villa didn't win either.
No, they did. Yeah, they're sitting third. So second is Man City. They've played 21 games now, but they're sitting at 13-4-4. They're 5 points behind Team Arsenal. With 43 points, but they have 45, so they have 5 more goals than Arsenal does, but they've also let in 5 more goals than Arsenal. They have 19 goals against. That's still pretty impressive though in 21 games. That's less than a goal a game average, right? So Aston Villa's 21 games in and they're sitting 13-4-4 with 43 points. They're tied with Man City. Which technically means Newcastle and Brentford are both tied for 5th spot. Actually, sorry, Brentford, Newcastle, and Man United are all tied for that 5th spot. Chelsea's dropped all the way down to 8th. That surprises me just a little.
That's surprising. Like the Fulham, it's got to do like it's just problems right now at Chelsea. The bad run of form. Now they got rid of the fucking manager. Now they're in fucking trouble.
They're only 1 point out of the top 5. Because again,
is this new manager going to come in with no experience and be in like trouble with this halfway through the fucking season? Like,
yeah.
How's this gonna? I don't know. You have to wait and see, really. You can't really. You gotta give him time, man.
The Wolves are still bottom of the pack. Pun intended. They have 1 win, 4 draws, 16 losses, and in 21 games they've only scored. They've only scored 7.
They got back-to-back points.
But 7 fucking goals in 21 games. Like it's one of those things. Like how do you even have a team still with a fucking record like that? Like I would just concede the rest of the season. They're not going to go anywhere. They have 17 games left.
They're still fucking absolutely awful. I know they won the game. But fuck me,
Yeah,
That
but I
might
mean,
be the only game. That might be the only game that they won.
yeah.
Because West Ham are fucking just shit. I'm telling you, West Ham might as well go get relegated now because they're losing 3-0 to
Well,
Wolves. Like,
they're not far from relegation.
No, that's what I'm saying. They might as well just get relegated now because they
Yeah.
just lost 3-0 to the worst team in the fucking league.
You got the Wolves and Burnley are already relegated. Or, well, they're going to be.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So let's see. So underneath Brentford, sitting at number 6 is Newcastle. Then you got Man United sitting at number 7. Again, Newcastle and Man United are tied, though, for the 6th spot, right behind Brentford. Then you got Fulham sitting at number 9. Sunderland is 10th. You got Brighton and Everton both tied for... they both have 29 points. Crystal Palace has 28. They're sitting at number 13. Tottenham is 27. You got Bournemouth has 26. Leeds United with 22. Nottingham Forest they have 21. And then you have West Ham at 14. Burnley with 13. And the Wolves with 7. 7.
That's absolutely dog. That's absolutely dog shite. That.
You think? I think.
Yeah. Imagine paying to watch that.
So
paying to watch that every week.
So there was a game on Tuesday, and there was a few games on yesterday as well. And it looks like there's one game today, so we'll get to that in a minute. But before we get to the actual matches and checking out the scores of the games from yesterday and of course Tuesday, we may as well get the tone setter of the day underway. First match of the show. And it is going to be a Fatal 4 lockdown for the TWA $1 Million Championship. We got Javon Evans, Carmelo Hayes, Big Brodson Reed from the Vision, and of course, the reigning defending TWA $1 Million champion Oni Shinobi putting his championship on the line. That's coming right up right now. It is tone setter time. Let's get things turning and burning.
I think most should consider fucking like giving people the money back for the season.
Yeah, they owe people at this point, right?
I wouldn't want to pay to watch that all season.
Yeah, they owe people at this point. Well, that's just like, not talking about footy here. I'm talking about hockey. But look at the Toronto Maple Leafs. As far as I'm concerned, they've owed people money for years. It's always been my favorite team because that's the team I grew up with. It was my family team. That's the team they cheered for. But, I mean, they have not won a Stanley Cup since 1967 and haven't done anything great in the playoffs since the late 80s, mid to late 80s. Had a couple of opportunities in the 90s and blew it. It's one of those things. It's like, how do we even still have a team in Toronto when they fucking lose every single year? It's just... I remember at one point, fucking Gary Bettman actually talked about potentially putting a second team in Toronto. And it's like, excuse me, hello, can we win a cup with the first team first? Because our luck, what would happen? They'd put a second team in Toronto, and they'd beat the Toronto Maple Leafs. I mean, you would never hear the fucking end of that, ever. Ever. That would be terrible.
I don't think you would either.
No, it'd be awful. Just awful. All right, here we go. Big Brodson Reed, Javon Evans, Carmelo Hayes, and Oni Shinobi. TWA $1 Million Championship. It is a Fatal 4 TWA lockdown matchup. Let's go.
If Toronto won a cup, you wouldn't need the end of it.
Well, I mean, they need to win something. They need to win something. I mean, they're not... I don't know. It gets harder and harder to continue to support your team when they let you down all the time, I've never been I don't jump teams or anything. That's why I'm still a Toronto Maple Leaf fan after all these years. But I'm not going to lie, it's not like I haven't thought about going to a different team. No, I haven't. I'm just saying, I've definitely... I've definitely considered it, but I'm just not... I'm not one of those people.
I've watched many shit seasons, but when you've had them, I thought there's a time where I can't watch these fucking games. as well, but I watch the games. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. I mean, the Toronto Maple Leafs did all right last year. Of course, they lost one of their biggest players. I mean, let's be honest. When it comes to Marner, the fans basically drove him away anyways. It literally is the fans' fault why he's not with that team anymore. But I just think because last year, now we got beat out in the semifinals last year, obviously, by the Florida Panthers. But of course, they're the double Stanley Cup champion. They're looking to three-peat this year, but right now they're looking like they might not even make the playoffs if they keep playing the way they are, which is kind of weird. I think they pretty much have the same team as they did last year. But we went from making the playoffs and making it to the semifinals to this year likely not even going to make the playoffs. Likely not even going to. So, but so you said Liam Rossetti became the coach of Team Chelsea, right? So they're good to go for coaching. We still don't know a lot about him, though.
His name doesn't sound English, man. His name Liam.
I don't even know. I'm not familiar with him at all.
I don't even know who he is, to be honest.
Yeah. Moon, do you know who he is? Do you know who Liam Rossetti is at all, Moon?
Never heard of him.
No,
what do you think of it then? What do you think of it?
I don't know if I'm gonna trust him on it.
Here comes Big Bronson Reed.
Well, the thing is, like, even if he's not more than the manager is, look at what happened to Arsenal. What do you last week? He became one of the greatest managers over there.
For Aston Villa?
Yeah, like, no, I'm not about Arsenal. He became one of the greatest, Arsenal's greatest managers all time.
And he was an unknown at the time?
Yeah, well, not many people knew who he was.
Now how...
When he joined Arsenal,
Now how long ago was that, roughly, that happened? 96, so you're looking at 30 years ago.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing it doesn't happen very often that a fairly unknown person becomes the head coach of a team. Yeah.
More than it does now.
Yeah, now we're talking.
So, I will say that this guy can't be good manager. It's just, I don't know. It's like you take smaller jobs before you're ready to take a big job. You might have took a big job to ready, but I can understand in like the Chelsea Warrior. I can understand you say yes. Yeah. Because I think I mean, like, I'm not knocking him for that. Let's see how he goes. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, we can't knock him until we give him a shot, I suppose. You know, never knock it till you try it, type of thing. And here he comes, representing Team Oni Shinobi FU. It is the Ninja Assassin, the reigning defending TWA $1 million champion, Oni Shinobi, putting his championship on the line. Fatal 4 lockdown.
I don't really even know what style of football he plays or nothing like that.
You'd think they would hold some sort of press conference or something and introduce this fella to everybody, and so he could talk about, you know, maybe what makes him qualified for such a role within the league, and you know what I mean?
He did actually get an interview before the Fulham game, but because he wasn't signed in time, he couldn't actually be the manager for the match. That makes sense.
Gotcha, okay.
You have to sit in the stands and watch the game.
Yeah. But I mean, did he ever introduce himself to the fans and have some sort of press conference?
On the pitch and that, but I don't think he did. He just showed them in the crowd and that was it, I think.
Interesting. Interessant.
It's Chelsea, for me, Chelsea needed an established manager. Like, I think, because like, That's just what I think. But
Yeah.
I'm not going to knock it.
Now, wasn't there?
I'm not.
Wasn't there another team recently that just sacked their coach?
Yeah, Man United.
It was Man United. Now,
Man United was Chad Hammer on. I didn't think he was good, but every manager that they get, though, it doesn't work. It's always the same thing. It's always the same thing. Like every manager just after say, pretty much the big shit.
Yeah.
The radio wasn't bad. The radio wasn't that bad.
Now, do they already have a new coach, or are they still looking for one?
I'm still looking for one. Still looking for one.
Isn't that kind of crazy? Isn't it kind of crazy to just sack a coach with no backup plan? I mean, you're halfway through a season, and you fire your coach without a plan. That shit don't make sense to me. It don't make sense. I could see if there was an all-star break of some sort, you know what I mean? Or a championship league break, and they decide to part ways with somebody and hire somebody new before games resume. But that seems like when you guys told me Chelsea just their manager up and walked on them, I'm like, holy fuck! Like they're not even having that bad of a season. What would did you guys ever find out why he left? Like, was it internal politics? Was it personal reasons? No, yeah, I don't know. It's Moon. Do you know anything? You're a Chelsea fan.
I am
Like, did you not find it odd that halfway through the season the coach just up and walks?
I didn't think he was that bad. I've got
Oh, Javon Evans gets pinned by the $1 million champion. It is 1-0 to nothing at this point.
I don't think Pep's going to do. I don't know if Pep's going to do another season. Pep's not in the Premier League title with Man City again. I don't know if he's going to do another season.
Oh, really?
Pep Guardiola kind of. I don't want to jinx things, but like he's won 4 Premier League titles in a row, so don't get me wrong, he has dominated the Premier League.
Yeah.
Over the last couple of years with Man City.
So
I don't think Man City are the team that they were 2 years ago.
So he's won 4 years in a row, and you think they would just up and sack him after 4 straight wins?
They're not going to sack him. I think they'll step down.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
You think he'd have one more?
After that.
You'd think, especially after 4 straight wins, you think he'd have another.
You can look at Man City, you can look at last year's game,
and you can see the effects of that on his face now.
Man City finished 4th for the first time in God knows how many years. I think that's tempting that as well. That's a bad season, isn't it? Didn't win a single fucking trophy.
Crazy.
And then the year before that, they won the fucking treble. They won everything. Premier League, FA Cup, fucking Champions League. Yeah, they won everything. Guardiola won everything.
How many teams are there that have never won a Premier League championship? Out of curiosity. Yeah.
Still the same fucking thing.
It is, yeah. Premier means first. Same.
We've got 30 league titles.
Yeah. Like, I'm assuming the Wolves have never won a championship.
I'm assuming so, yeah.
Well, that's what I meant. Premier League, though. Like,
no.
No, yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think so. Fucking Carmelo Hayes is bleeding all over the place in there. I mean, that tends to happen in lockdown matches, I guess, but fairly early on. Although, to be fair, Oni Shinobi already has a pinfall on Javon Evans, so that happened quick. I did not think we were going to get a pinfall that quick.
Well, let's put it this way. Liverpool got 100 points from Liverpool got 100 points in the league.
What's the closest season in the Premier League that you can remember? Like where you weren't sure by near the end of the season. Like near the end.
Man United and Man City took it down to the last game of the season, right?
Really?
Man United beat Sunderland. I mean, thought they won it. Players were celebrating, and Man City scored with 2 seconds left of their match, and that meant Man City won the Premier League. Fucking crazy. Probably the best finish I've ever seen for a Premier League season. The Man United players are celebrating, and all of a sudden they realise Man City scored, and they fucking just dropped down like fucking like disbelief.
Speaking of best of the season, there was just recently a game in the Premier League where I remember you said that it was easily the best game of the year so far.
Oh yeah, Newcastle United best game of football.
So, and what was the final score of that game? I know it went into overtime. It went into extra minutes, right? It went into extra minutes.
Yeah. They had it on 10 minutes. I think it was like injury.
I don't know, but Bronson Reed just avalanche dropped the top rope. Nice move by the champion.
I definitely thought that was the best fight.
Yeah. What was the final score? 4-3.
Yeah, and the game.
And it was at 104 minutes, right?
Yeah. He leaves. Newcastle scored 104 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he literally kicked it in like he stayed it, drove in as well. It's so good you're a fan.
Because like for those that don't know, the Premier League, generally the average match is 90 minutes, right?
He literally just got a hand onto it and the ball rolled in the net across the line. Oh mate.
The average game is.
If you can watch some highlights, I would watch highlights like it. He literally just get the keeper, literally gets the hand onto it and rolls it.
The average game is 90 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Oh yeah, the average game is 90 minutes, but they can add minutes onto the game. I don't know. 10 minutes is crazy. I don't know. I think.
Now, is that just because it's a draw at the time being, so they're trying to get...
time waste and stuff like that. And it could be an uphill fight for Carmelo now. Injury, the big injury on the pitch, so he's obviously for a long time. They will add the added on time for that.
So they can add however many minutes to the match they want, or is there a specified amount depending on what's going on? Like how do they
what's going on? Like if there's a big injury,
okay.
That's probably at least 7 minutes.
And they'll add that to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Now, why wouldn't they just stop the clock instead of worrying about adding minutes?
I don't know. That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's the question I have. Like, instead of adding minutes, why don't you just stop the fucking clock? If a referee blows a whistle, well, me neither. But seeing how we're talking about it, I have that question. You know, because I mean, in hockey or anything else, they stop the clock at some point. I mean, in NFL, the clock runs until somebody goes out of bounds or there's a down, right? So there's instances where but in like hockey, anytime the whistle blows, the clock stops. They don't keep the clock running. The only time there's a difference, it's not about the clock running as much as how it runs, but like in NHL hockey, you start off at 20 minutes, you go down to 0. In international or Olympic hockey, you start at 0 and go up to 20. Why they changed that, I don't know, but I have no idea. Where is the Olympics? Wait a minute, isn't there Olympics this year, or is it next year? Bronson Reed with a pinfall, tied with the champion. So far, no.
Which Olympics are you talking about?
I think it's winter. I want to say it's winter. Bronson Reed also bleeding all over the place in there. So far, though, Javon Evans and Carmelo Hayes have 0 falls. The champion has a fall. Big Bronson Reed has a fall. So whoever gets the next fall between those two will end up winning this CWA lockdown matchup, unless Javon and Carmelo can manage to get a fall in there somewhere. But so far, not looking really great for Carmelo and Javon. Been dominated and controlled by the champion and Bronson Reed. Oh, look at that. Rolls him right into it. Look at that. Ankle lock applied. He tapped. That is it. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the Fatal 4-Way Lockdown matchup, and still your TWA $1 million champion, representing Team Oni Shinobi FU. It is the Ninja Assassin, Oni Shinobi, going home with his championship gold. Congratulations to Team Oni Shinobi FU and the Ninja Assassin. Fantastic match. It came down because, again, Javon and Carmelo did not have any falls. Bronson Reed had a fall. The champion had a fall. It came down to the two. One of them, whoever got the next fall between the two of them. But it was the champion that got the job done first, and he's going home with gold still wrapped around his waist. Technically platinum and gold, to be fair. It is technically platinum and gold. That was a great match. I got to be honest, though, I thought Carmelo and Javon would have done better. You know, they've done pretty well in the season. I thought they would have... but then again, you're in there against Big Bronson Reed. And Oni Shinobi is also a beast himself. And the reigning defending champion, so he wasn't just going to give that belt up. He was not just going to roll over and hand over his championship. But damn, Big Bronson Reed and Oni Shinobi controlled that cage. It may as well have been a one-on-one matchup, because all they did was beat the shit out of Javon and Carmelo. That's all they did the whole... I mean, they went at each other a couple times, but if you watch that match, the one thing you'll notice, Bronson... And then they would change. Bronson would go after Javon. Oni would go after Carmelo Hayes. They were just destroying those two. During the altercation, though, between Oni Shinobi and Big Bronson Reed did get busted open, though. What a victory for Oni Shinobi, the Ninja Assassin. Fantastic match. Great way to open up the show. Now that's a tone setter right there. They just raised the bar pretty high. We'll see what happens with our next matchups. Great way to open. I mean, it's the very first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the new year. If you're going to open up, that's the way to do it. God damn, that was awesome. All right, up next, it is Michelle McCool and Tiffany Stratton, also known as Flawless Time. And they're taking on Callie Carter and Selena Price. They are Ego's Paradise. That's our second match of the day. Let's get into it. Let's get rocking and rolling. Back to turning and burning. What are you talking about? That you're infatuated with Nia Jax? Moon and I know that. Why do you keep bringing that up?
Definitely infatuated with Nia Jax.
See? Moon, we're right. Did you hear that? Right from the horse's mouth. He can't even deny it now. Everybody heard it. Everybody heard that. You know what, though? So here's the thing. I'm a little biased because I'm not really a big Nia Jax fan. Here's the thing. No, but here's the thing. Here's the thing. She has gotten better. She's also worked. Yeah, she has. She's getting better on the microphone. Other than the you know, that issue with the pinfall, and I'll get to that in a minute. But where she forgot to kick out or couldn't kick out, whichever the case may be.
I don't think she's good though. That's the thing.
But I think she can still improve. I think she's still, and she's working really hard at her health. She's trying to get back in better shape, and which is awesome. So good for her. And here's the thing: if she loses the weight and gets healthier, it'll also help her in-ring work. Because I think a lot of the time, you know, when it doesn't look good in the ring and doesn't necessarily transcend during the matchup, it's because
I don't think being fat's an issue. It's just having too much.
Well, sure it is, because it hurts your cardio. It hurts your cardio because she's not just fat. She's muscular too, right? So she's got fat and muscle on that frame. Yeah. You know, which can slow you down. You know, it makes certain things a little bit harder to accomplish. And again, you got the cardio issue where you're gonna get fatigued quicker. That's the thing. When she didn't kick out of that match with Tiffany Stratton, I think she was just so fatigued. It wasn't that she necessarily forgot.
That was definitely Nia's fault.
Yeah, it was, but I don't think she forgot. I think she was just so fatigued she just didn't at the time and did it late. You know what I mean? She was tired. You could tell she was. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, my main point is I'm happy for Nia Jax. So I'm gonna stop hating on Nia Jax because she's clearly willing to put in the work. She's clearly willing to still learn. She wants to get healthier and back in shape, and I'm happy for her. Good for her. And I'm not saying she's
good, but
well, she could be though. We don't know. We've never seen a Nia in her prime and in great shape, and you know what I mean. We haven't seen that yet. We've only seen what we've seen.
I've never known this to be any good at all myself, but she has got better than what she was.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is she could get better. You never know. We'll see what happens. But either way,
it's gonna have to work hard to get better.
Either way, I'm happy for her. I'm glad she's and the fact is she's still willing. Again, she's willing to put in the work. She's willing to get healthy. She's willing to, you know, she's striving. She loves.
Even on the microphone, I don't even like Nia because if I just branch and you fucking.
Well, that's another area where I find, at least lately, I'm not going to say for a lengthy period of time or anything, but her last few times on the microphone actually was pretty good, and I was actually a little surprised by that because usually she fumbles on the microphone.
It's her voice to me, man. It's the voice. I don't know.
Yeah, well, her voice is definitely unique. I've heard worse. You know what I mean? I'd rather listen to Nia than Vicky Guerrero, for instance.
Yeah, I think I would. Yeah.
I don't know if that's really saying much, but all right, here we go. Flawless Time representing Team Luke the Gunner 94, and of course Ego's Paradise representing Team Ace Haunter. Let's go.
Yeah, I never liked Vicky.
No, it's funny because a lot of people did. I don't know if it's just because it's Eddie's wife. And don't get me wrong, I love Eddie Guerrero, and I don't disrespect Vicky. I don't disrespect the Guerrero family, but she was annoying as fuck. And eventually they made that her shtick, so she was always annoying as fuck. And it's like, good God, you people put over her annoying gimmick. How dare all of you? You couldn't have pushed her to have a better character than that? Really? It is Vicky Guerrero. Come on. Yeah. The reigning defending TWA Legends North American Champion is Michelle McCool from Team Luke the Gunner 94, and of course one half with her partner in crime, Tiffany Stratton. They are Flawless Time, and they are set to take on Ego's Paradise, Callie Carter and Selena Price. She is. I could not believe. Oh, sorry, that's not even fair to say. I can believe it, but I'll say this. I was shocked when Michelle McCool beat January for that North American Championship. I was like, holy shit!
I was actually shocked she won that. I didn't think she was
gonna
win
well,
that.
no, she came back in that match because January was laying a pounding on Michelle McCool for quite like a lot of that matchup, and then all of a sudden Michelle McCool. I don't know if January was injured during the match or got fatigued or what the case may be, but Michelle McCool, there was I think it was just right around the half point of the match, just turned things around, never looked back, and ended up beating January. I was like, holy hell. A great signing by you, Luke, to bring Michelle, and to pair her. You know what? I like the whole Michelle McCool, Tiffany Stratton. I like that team. when you first told me that, I thought, hey, yeah, because you know what? In many ways, not every way, but in many ways, Michelle McCool and Tiffany Stratton have a lot in common. Yeah.
Tiffany Stratton actually said Michelle doesn't realize that Michelle McCool, as a woman, she would like to have a match with them all.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's been a long time fan, which makes a lot of sense because, again, if you watch Tiffany Stratton wrestle and you watch Michelle McCool wrestle, you'll see a lot of similarities. They have their own unique style as well, but they have a lot of similarities to the way they approach the in-ring work, and so that's cool. So when you said you were going to pair them together, I was like, that's fucking brilliant. Brilliant. We'll see how they do against Ego's Paradise. Unfortunately, first show of the new year for Wrestlers Genesis had to go big or go home. Normally, you know, when you debut a team, you tend not to try and put them against a veteran former tag team champion, but
I feel like people kind of drew Michelle McCool away from wrestling.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree with that. I think that's exactly what happened. I don't think Michelle was ready to. Mind you, I think her and Undertaker, right around the time she left, though, didn't they have a child together at that point? Yeah, and then again, the way the IWC and the fans in general were treating Michelle McCool, it didn't exactly give her a lot of reason to want to rush right back.
No,
you know what I mean?
No, it didn't.
You know?
People still give a head now. Like,
oh yeah, talk about she only got to where she was because of Undertaker.
I've done it as well. I'm not fucking. I'm not.
So listen. She had already made a name for herself and accomplished quite a bit in the business before she even started dating the Undertaker.
That's what I mean. She was good.
Yeah, she was. And it's not like she was only in WWE, folks. Like, do your research. Like, but anyways, that's not my main point. My main point is, hey, she deserves her due. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there was a few times where I'm sure being the Undertaker's wife didn't hurt her career at all. You know what I mean? There's probably. I'm sure they used that, here and there.
Let's not act like she never had a kid because she married.
Yeah. Undertaker might have helped her out on a couple of occasions. I'm sure that happened, but her career was a great career because she put in the work, because she was good in the ring. Like, she was always good in the ring, and she was always good on the microphone, and she was one of those wrestlers, and not every wrestler has this capability, but she was one of those wrestlers. She could get in the ring with basically anybody and have chemistry with them, even though she's never been in the ring with them before. It's just one of those.
If you hated Michelle McCool, you'd
being set up in the corner for something.
Yeah, I don't know why you would. I mean, I could see maybe, you like other wrestlers better, so you're not going to say, oh yeah, I like Michelle McCool, because you're a big fan of, say, I don't know, Tiffany Stratton. But I don't know how you can hate on Michelle McCool. She did a lot for women's wrestling.
I mean, she did get. I mean, maybe she's in the Hall of Fame because she's married to the Undertaker.
Well, it's not just that. She was one of the women or divas, whatever you want to name them. Name your cliche, doesn't matter. That brought women's wrestling back into the spotlight and actually started making it popular again. Right? They had their own evolution or revolution before Charlotte Flair and Bianca Belair, and they had their all women's PLE, right? But Michelle McCool and Trish Stratus and Lita and I can keep naming names. They did it first. It's just women's wrestling got really big, and then after the Attitude Era, into the Ruthless Aggression Era, I would say that had nothing to do with what I was talking about. But anyway, they stopped pushing women's wrestling again. So for the longest time, the women's division was absolutely, except for TNA. TNA was the only ones that kept a phenomenal women's. Now they call it the Knockouts division, but it's women's division. I've said it before. At one time, the only reason to even watch TNA was because of the Knockouts division. The women should get way more credit for floating that company than they probably get. They probably don't. They deserve a lot more credit for TNA to even still be around, in my opinion, than what they probably do. I think that should be acknowledged. I don't know if anybody would even disagree with that statement, because I've been a TNA fan since day one. I've always enjoyed TNA, you know, and even when they don't have people you're really like, they're not big household names, they still always found good talent, and here and there they always behind the scenes worked with the WWE too. Just they didn't acknowledge it like they do now, and they have a big deal now, so it's different than then, but they still worked together then. You know, that's why WWE stars always went to TNA. Kurt Angle, lots of people, right? One of my favorite factions of all time was the Main Event Mafia, man. In the beginning, I was afraid they were going to try and pull another NWO and just make it, you know, cheesy. What's happening here? And I wasn't a fan of the idea of those, just because of who was forming the group, right? But they didn't. They made the Main Event Mafia exactly what it should have been. It was like the Mafia backstage that was running the company type of thing. And they had the Legends Championship. You know, that was all fantastic. You know what, though? I had a Legends Championship before they did. Not here on Twitch, because back then I was still wrestling. E-Feds was all about written. It was all role playing, and it was all written matches, and it was a lot of work, actually. I don't even know how I did it for 5 years. Back then it was called GOW, Gods of Wrestling. Eventually I kind of pushed away from that, ended up on Twitch eventually, and it was actually two of my oldest sons' idea. It was my son's idea that I should, because I've always been involved with either that, or I would have some wrestling game where I was always creating characters and putting them against, back then, just wrestlers. I never thought of streaming it on a platform somewhere. Oh, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winners of the match, representing Team Ace Haunter, it is Callie Carter and Selena Price, Ego's Paradise, with a big win over Michelle McCool and Tiffany Stratton. Great matchup, though. Great matchup. Callie Carter picks up the W for the team. Congratulations to Team Ace Haunter.
All this time, they could have L, but they look really good.
Sorry, say that again?
For all this time, took an L, but they look really good.
Yeah, they did, yeah. I mean, that was their first match as a team, too, so sometimes it takes a little bit to get that chemistry going, you know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, some teams just click, you know, there's those teams that just click, but when two people decide to randomly form a team, they're gonna, doesn't matter how good of wrestlers they are individually, they got to learn how to work as a team. They got to work on their chemistry, all of that stuff. So it's not an easy thing. Ego's Paradise have been doing it for a while now. So I mean, they're a seasoned team. I'd say veterans, but they're not quite veterans yet. But they are definitely a well-oiled machine as far as a tag team goes. But the women's division's been fucking smoking hot this year. I think Season 6 has been the absolute best that the women's division has ever been. It's been so deep and so much talent in it. It's absolutely phenomenal. Men's division's been great too, but I think the women's division was better than the men's this year. In my opinion. Yeah. Alright, let's see what's... I am Elijah Archer today. That's fucking funny. I don't even know if I've ever got...
Hitman's blaming you after for ignoring him.
Because I'm ignoring him. Y'all talk too much. This is. I mean, we are not just a wrestling promotion, my friend. This is also a podcast. We have things to discuss, people to bash. We haven't got there yet, but you're now on our list of people we are going to bash. How dare you for calling us out for talking too much? That is ghastly and disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. You should put yourself in a corner somewhere in your home with a dunce cap on and pray to the TWA gods that we eventually let you out. That's what you should be doing. How dare you? You're Roman Reigns.
Yeah.
I did ask a question and did a promo. You asked a question and did a promo? So now you want me to go back and look at that shit. You want me to go back and read all that. How fucking dare you?
Apparently I'm Christian Hart.
I gotta finish mine. We know I'm Elijah Archer, but I don't know what I'm driving and I don't know what I'm dressed as. I'll do that in a moment. Two things. One, did you see my promo? No, I didn't. Fuck off. I'm going to look at it right now. How dare you mention it twice? Ghastly. What is wrong with people these days? They actually want me to do work. This is disgusting. Yes, there are Olympics this year, 2020. Oh, excellent. Thank you, Hitman. You just got some bonus points there. Oni Shinobi FU was in the chat. I fucking ignored Oni. I apologize, Oni. How fucking dare I? I should put myself in a corner with a dunce hat and be praying to the TWA gods myself, apparently. I apologize, Oni Shinobi. I hope you saw your matchup. It was fire. Absolutely fire. You set the tone for the day. Fatal four-way TWA lockdown match. It was absolutely phenomenal. I said it earlier, if you're going to open a show, that was the way to do it. I think pretty sure that Oni Shinobi was the only one not bleeding in that matchup, actually. Time out of bounds, a penalty, or a player is tackled to stop it. Yeah, we already talked about that. Where's this promo? How far do I got to scroll back here? You're making my thumb... It's getting sore. It's getting sore. How dare you make me scroll? You got a 10 and a 0. That would be 21 if it's blackjack. Were you playing blackjack? Oh, yes, you do. Okay, I just read your other comment. I still haven't seen a promo. So we're just going to ignore Abyss Pro... Oh, okay, so I must be coming up to it. How dare you? He's very impatient, Luke, isn't he? How many times has he been blasting me about not seeing that fucking promo? Good lord. Alright, hold on. Hell, I was late. That's my own Cardinals in the... Oh, okay, yeah, I know what we're talking about at that point. 0 is an ace, right? Yes. I'm scrolling way back here. Oh, here it is.
I've literally just seen your message about, like, when I asked you to record that. Logo for me, it needs to be on Next Generation. It needs to be on Star Render, so you probably won't better do it.
Abyss says, I want the latest inductee, so he's talking about whoever gets inducted into the Hall of Legends this weekend. He wants... Well, I mean, there's many inductees. I mean, I wouldn't put it that way if I were you, Abyss, because there is more than one male inductee this year. To be fair, though, they're mostly all women. The Vixens of TWA will dominate the Hall of Legends show for the first time ever. For the first time ever. But again, not surprising. It's the women's divisions year by year, season by season has been getting deeper and deeper, and this year was absolutely phenomenal. Alright, so I got the question, I got the promo. And I'll say it again, how dare you? That was a lot of work. That was a lot of work. Archer of the corner, no dinner, how dare you, Ace? Ghastly. I'd ask you if you saw your match, but I mean, you can see the result right in front of you, so I guess I really don't have to ask that. We still haven't made it to match number 3 yet, we're going to do that right now. But, seeing how you're here, congratulations, Ace Hunter. Callie and Selena doing their thing. All right, here we go. Matchup number 3. It is the Giants of Mayhem and the Natural Disasters. Natural Disasters honoring the Giant Sid Justice and Jack Stone. The man that just attempted to take the TWA Underground World Championship from Elijah Archer on TWA Underground. Was not successful, by the way. Just want to throw that out there. Soul Embers, haha. Motherfucker, tried to steal my gold. Jack Stone lost. How dare you? But anyways, Giants of Mayhem, Kane, Omos, and the Great Khali representing Team Boss Apollo. It is Team Soul Embers versus Team Boss Apollo. That is next. Let's go. 3-on-3 action. A threesome, if you will. Probably not the one that most of you crazy villains would like to see. Different threesome. 3-on-3. Triple threat. No, it's not a triple threat. No. This should be a traditional 3-on-3, though it is not Tornado Tag Team. Like if I win blackjack with a blackjack... Well, right now, the show is still live, so somebody does have the opportunity to tie you. So if somebody else got blackjack, you guys would have a playoff. You would have a playoff. But right now, you are winning at blackjack. And I would doubt somebody's... I mean, I've seen it happen, I think, once where somebody tied... I can't remember who it was. It might have been like Soul and Glenola or something. But... what happens if they don't? Then that means you win blackjack. I mean, that's kind of a silly question, isn't it? If I'm winning blackjack and nobody ties me, what happens? A rabbit randomly comes out of a hat. But yeah, you also win a mid-card championship matchup of your choosing. If that's what you really want to know. Yes, see, I've already answered your question. Which is a good thing, because now I don't have to, for the next 6 minutes, have to read 4 paragraphs of you telling me I haven't read your promo yet. Or in this case, question. It is indeed. It is indeed. Alright, here we go. It is the Natural Disasters versus the Giants of Mayhem. Let's go. Not gonna lie, I've been kind of looking forward to this matchup. My personal opinion, Andre, Jack, and Sid are going to rule this match. But we'll see. We shall see. Our first of 2, I believe, 6-man tag team matches. Here they come, Sid Justice, Andre the Giant, and the former TWA Underground World Champion Jack Stone.
I'll just get a power up now.
I see that. Good to go. We'll take care of that after the show, of course.
Oh yeah, we'll go.
Yeah.
I thought I might as well save it to the live because then you can see it straight there.
Yeah. Soul's probably working because I don't think he's opened up Anchor contract or Soul. He's been taking care of all the redeems and claims. Yeah, you'd have to put it in the redeem section. Claims and redeems.
I can leave it there for when you open it.
Looks like we're taking a ghastly ad break. Sorry about that, folks. They are disgustingly vile. I think he's working too. But he'll know that you redeemed it during the show, so that's okay. But yeah, you usually put that in the claim section, like redeems and claims, I think it's called. 1,086 pounds. I didn't even hear what the Natural Disasters was. Did anybody else hear what the Natural Disasters weighed? We now know that Kane, Khali, and Omos is 1,086. I'm thinking it must have been up there for the Natural Disasters too, because I mean Andre the Giant alone was almost 600 pounds, so it might be more than 1,086.
Here we go as we start this 3-on-3 matchup.
Andre and Kane starting things off. Hell yeah.
Turns it around.
What do you guys think? Who would win a match between Andre the Giant and Kane?
Dominating shoulder tackle.
You think they'd put Kane over or Andre? What do you guys think?
Get some control in there.
You guys in the chat room can answer that question too, but Moon and Luke, what do you think? Andre or Kane? Who'd win that match if they booked it? You think Kane?
I would say yeah.
I think Andre is the kind of guy that likes to over people.
That's true. That is true. He did that most of his... Yeah. Yeah. He was one that liked to put people over, if they were deserving. Anyways. We all know he didn't really want to put over the Ultimate Warrior. We all know that. Ace says Kane probably, yeah. Oh, I still got to figure out what I'm dressed as and what vehicle I'm driving. So I was Elijah Archer today, dressed as a scorpion. And I'm driving a tank. Hell yeah. Elijah Archer dressed as a scorpion, driving a tank. Fuck yeah. That's a lot better than what I usually get. I usually get somebody stupid, and I'll be riding a bicycle or some shit. Everybody else gets Lamborghinis and Camaros, Corvettes, tanks, trains. Not me, I get a bicycle, usually. I believe the lotto numbers are still 10, 25, and 5, by the way. Nobody's won the lotto yet. 32, 33, and 43. That is ghastly. That is ghastly. Take your chance with the lotto. You could win yourself a world championship matchup.
Losing some focus on the task at hand. Could be what Omos really needed to push the advantage. And tag! He finally made it. And how exactly do you put your ego aside in a six-man tag team match?
Jack Stone all over Omos at the moment. There's a lot of big men in one ring. I mean, for some reason I expect this ring to like implode.
Challenge him to a singles match later and settle it all down.
Hopefully they reinforced it. Because then you got 1,086 pounds on one side, and God knows how much the other side is. Because Sid Justice was probably around 300 pounds, maybe a little greater. Right? Andre the Giant was 560 pounds. Either way, close to 600. And then you got Jack Stone, who I think is 400 pounds, and he's like 6'10" or something like that. He's a big SOB. So they might be, their team might weigh more than the Giants of Mayhem, who again weighed in at 1,086. But I didn't hear what the weight total was for. I wasn't paying attention, so I don't know what it was for the natural disasters.
Couldn't quite slam the door yet. Placed against the turnbuckles.
I swear 2K takes ages to load. I mean, it does, at least now. Like when 2K first released 25, it wasn't too bad actually. I thought it was better than 24, but then the more the updates came out and the patches and this, I just started slowing down. There's the question of the show for everybody: which brand should Obafemi debut on now that he's relinquished his NXT championship? Which brand do you think he should debut on? Do you think he should go to Raw or SmackDown? What about you, Luke? Obafemi, Raw or SmackDown? Yeah, maybe have another matchup with Cody Rhodes, right? Because they never got to finish that.
SmackDown was a lot better than fucking Raw was.
Yeah. I still haven't watched Raw. Might watch it while I'm tidying up later.
I wouldn't say it was as bad as what don't watch it or anything like that, but you still watch it.
Yeah. Ace says Raw. Trick Williams went to SmackDown, so Femi should go to Raw, in his opinion. No, that's true. I mean, he could also have, matches with the likes of Brock Lesnar, you know what I mean? Roman Reigns. There's people that could really put him over. Do you think they'll have him a face? Or do you think they'll push a more gritty version of the Ruler when he first comes onto the brand? I'm not going to say a heel, because you got to work into a heel, right? But that doesn't mean they can't make him gritty and edgy, where we automatically know, okay, this guy's probably going full-blown heel here at some point. Because I think the Ruler would make a great heel. I know he's going to do very well. I mean, he can have some great matchups with a lot of people. He's really good. And of course, Braun Breaker, the other one that higher-ups in WWE are also very high on. Basically, Braun Breaker and Obafemi are the ones they want to push as the face of the company going forward, I believe, for the most part. Were you impressed with Trick Williams on SmackDown? Did you see it? Like, did you see his? Yeah. What did you think of Trick Williams? Yeah. Yep. I think so too. Yep. I think he should have been on. I'm surprised he was still in NXT as long as he was. I really am. It's yeah. It's kind of weird. Kind of weird.
I'm not sure what they're doing with that Trick Wilson guy. I'm not
I mean, I like him as a wrestler. I can't say yeah, it was weird. I mean, I'm assuming that once Elton Prince comes back, they'll just reform Pretty Deadly, I would think. They should do something different with them, though. There's a... I mean, they would be funny as a heel tag team, I think. Because they could easily be obnoxious, right? They're good in the ring. They can have pretty good matches with basically everybody. But they could be that annoying and obnoxious tag team that should eventually finally get an opportunity to run with the tag team championship, by the way. Why Pretty Deadly got ducked, I'll never understand. I think, you know, they've been one of the best tag teams for quite a long time that just seem to not win the titles. It's weird.
Carefully measuring their opponent and dropping the hammer with a headbutt. He is struggling to find an escape, but to no avail.
Got the chop in anyways. Andre with a heavy right hand to the rib cage of the great Khali. But Khali chopped down Sid anyway. Sid's making a comeback here, trying though. Looking to turn the tides. Khali says, no sir, busted him open. Sid Justice in trouble. Khali tags Omos back in. I just can't get over the size of those 6 gentlemen in this matchup. It is crazy. They are humongous. Because Omos is 7 foot himself, is he not? Is he over 7 foot? I forget. Does anybody know how tall Omos is?
And he tosses it back in now.
Luke, Moon, what about you guys?
No, what are you saying?
Oh, I said, how tall is Omos? Is he 7 foot or is he over 7 foot?
I think he is 7 foot.
He is 7 foot?
That's right, right, that was right.
Yeah, why not?
Right,
We
so
may as well
Omos,
fact check it.
How would you spell his name? Is it
Just O-M-O-S.
Alright, Omos. WWE.
Oh, man, check out this is not looking good for him.
7 foot 3 apparently.
Jesus Christ, really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know he was that tall. Alright. That's a big man, yeah. He's a big man. And at least he's he's learning to wrestle, which I like. because my problem with a lot of the big guys is, although a lot of the big men in history have been entertaining, not many of them could actually wrestle.
I don't think he's good to me like him.
No, he's not good, but he's not terrible. You know what I mean? He could be worse, especially because he's so big. Like, there's definitely been worse big men in the business. There's also been some great big men in the business, right? You got, you know, Paul White or the Big Show. You got Undertaker and Kane. Big Boss Man. I mean, I realize he wasn't 7 feet tall, but he was a big dude. Vader. You know, there was Sid Justice. There's been some King Mabel. I mean, that guy was humongous, but could still move in that ring and could actually wrestle. So there's been some great big men, but there's been some terrible big men too. There's been some terrible, like Giant Gonzalez, for instance.
That match, The Undertaker, was fucking bad. That was.
Which, with Giant Gonzalez? Yeah, it was awful.
I agree with Archie. I have definitely seen worse. Giant Gonzalez is worse.
Oh yeah, by far. There's been some terrible big men. You know who I was disappointed that didn't get to have a better career was Nathan Jones. Do you guys remember Nathan Jones? He came in and he was almost like a prodigy of The Undertaker for a while. And I'm trying to remember if it was during the American Badass or if he was The Undertaker again. I can't remember which, but that guy was humongous. He was also in the movie Troy. Achilles slaughtered him in seconds, actually. But he was a big dude. He wasn't that bad in the ring either, and like he was like a Psycho Sid type of character in a way. But I thought he could have had a much better career than he actually had. I'm not really sure what happened there, but yeah, Giant Gonzalez, he was terrible. You know, there's been other wrestlers that were big guys and weren't very good. Another big guy that was pretty good in the ring was Bam Bam Bigelow. He was pretty agile for a bigger guy. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, Omos definitely has some work to do. Omos he's not very old, is he? How old is Omos? Can you check on that, Luke? Or Moon? I don't care who. Oh, there you have it. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the six-man tag team matchup representing Team Soul Embers. It is the Giant SOB, Jack Stone, Andre the Giant, and Sid Justice. They are the Natural Disasters, and they picked up a big win over the Giants of Mayhem, the Great Khali, Omos, and Kane. So congratulations to Team Soul Embers. Jack Stone picking up the W for the Natural Disasters. So also congratulations to Jack Stone. That was actually a really good match, and I was looking forward to it just because I was curious to see what the outcome would be. Well, I mean, I hope everybody would be curious to see what the outcome would be, but just because of who was in the matchup. You know, you get Omos, Kane, and Khali on one side, Sid, Andre, and Jack Stone on the other. It's probably going to get ugly fairly quickly, which it did, but who was going to pick up the W? If there was a betting line open, I wouldn't have even bet on that match, and I wouldn't blame anybody else for not either. The Natural Disasters.
That's a big victory for these three here tonight.
Big W for Team Soul Embers. All right, moving on to our next match. Here we go. Another six-man tag team matchup. This is Team Chelsea versus Team Arsenal. Kenny Omega, Obafemi, who's pulling double duty tonight because he challenged the one Elijah Archer to a one-on-one matchup. Wants to beat the one in the middle of the squared circle. Tall ladder, but Obafemi, if anybody can climb that ladder, it's probably Obafemi. Who knows? I mean, I'm not going to bet against Elijah Archer. He is the TWA Underground World Champion after retaining against the Giant SOB Jack Stone, as a matter of fact. But Obafemi teaming up with Moondust and Kenny Omega. They are Team Chelsea taking on the Gooner, Luke Ballmer, Cody Rhodes, and Will Ospreay. They are Team Arsenal. And just like the Team Chelsea and Team Arsenal in football, they are arch nemesis. They are ready for battle. Here we go. All right, Luke. Moon, you guys are up. What do you think? How do you see it playing out? And don't tell me you think your team's going to win, because that's obviously going to be I said, how's it going to play out? Do you think it's going to be a good match, a great match? Do you think this is going to be a one match of this could be a long rivalry,
I made a bit of a
long feud?
Here, because if I knew he was bringing Obafemi, I'd have brought fucking Brock Lesnar with me. You know, I know I said Brock Lesnar.
I was surprised you didn't, and I did ask. I did. We management reached out to Team Luke the Gunner 94. We said, hey, who do you want to put? Moon Raider. Moon Raider, you get in here on this with me, because you were there for that meeting. Management very specifically asked Team Luke the Gunner 94, hey, who do you want with Cody and Luke? Do you want Will Ospreay? Man said yes. Right? Man said yes. He did not say Brock Lesnar. Are you telling me that you thought Team Moon Raider was going to divulge his agenda and plan ahead of time? Ahead of the matchup on the first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the New Year? How dare you, sir? Why would he do that? Why would he allow you to immediately find a way to counter and plan or replan to try and beat his team? Team Arsenal, a veteran team for TWA. Team Chelsea, brand new as a unit. They are not just a tag team, they are a stable. They are a faction. But I don't know. I think this is going to be, I mean, Moondust, Kenny Omega, and Obafemi, Cody Rhodes, Luke the Gooner, Will Ospreay. This has all the right ingredients for a great fucking matchup. So instead of just wondering what's going to happen during this matchup, I say we get the show rocking and rolling. It's time to turn and burn. Let's see what happens in this six-man tag team matchup. It is a traditional six-man tag team match. It is not Tornado tag team. Moon Raider is silent now that Team Chelsea is ready to go to war with Team Arsenal here, Luke. Have you noticed? He is the reigning, defending TWA Underground Submission Champion from Team Moon Raider 25, who's hiding right now because his team is debuting against Team Arsenal. It is Moondust with Obafemi and Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega, one of the best wrestlers in the world, in my opinion. I don't know who does and does not like Kenny Omega, but in my opinion, my own personal opinion, I believe he is one of the best in the world. Welcome back, Honeybee. It's just started snowing. Don't talk about snow. Fuck, I live in Canada. You don't put that out there. I don't want more snow right now. We've had enough snow. Freezing rain, shitty, terrible weather. I mean, even for Canadian standards, it's been shitty weather. You know, we can't complain a lot these days. The Great White North is not as great and white as it used to be. Like, we used to have some long winters. I'm talking 6, 7, 7.5 month winters. Now we're lucky if we have 2.5 months, really. This year it started a little early. Usually when that happens, it ends early too, but we'll see how that plays out. Mother Nature's been a bitch lately, so who the hell knows? You have a storm tonight? Shitty. Yeah, we had a day like that. I think it was last week. The winds were really high. Like, visibility on roads was 0. Basically told people just not to drive if you didn't have to. If it wasn't essential, stay the fuck home, basically. Sadly, Mrs. Archer gets caught and stuff like that quite frequently because she's a home support worker, so she's out helping people that she goes to people's homes to assist them in whatever it is they need help with. There's the question of the show again. Honeybee, I don't know if you saw the question of the show earlier, but which brand should Obafemi debut on now that he has relinquished his NXT championship, Raw or SmackDown? Where do you think he fits better? Now, we all know he had a great match with Cody Rhodes, right? Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking, too. What's going on, Adam? Welcome in. Stardom. It is Stardust. But technically, right now, he's the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. He is the Nightmare. I mean, don't offend him. He'll get angry and hunt your ass down. But welcome in, Adam. How's your day going? Welcome to the first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the new year. So what have you been up to today, Honeybee? I'm surprised you're not busy. I'm not going to lie. I figured you'd be preoccupied doing something to do with schooling. Are you on a break? Is there some sort of break? Or do you just happen to be caught up and have some extra time on your hands? Oh, you're still on Christmas break? Really? So how long do you get for Christmas break? Because, I mean, all education levels have resumed here, I think, as of this week. Or maybe it's next week, actually. I think only high school and elementary school went back this week. I think maybe college, university might be next week. You don't go back to the 19th of January? Nice. That's a long break. So why do they take such a long break? No, so when did you get off for Christmas break, though? Did you get off the same time as other schools? And you just have an extended break in comparison? Or, like, why is the break so long? Is there a reason for it?
And a hammer fist right across the collarbone. That was that chemistry you cannot teach. Watching like a predator with wounded prey. He's as good as done here.
Playing my universe funny enough. Nice. What do you got going on in your universe, Adam?
But I have a feeling that whichever team can slow the pace and grind things to a halt.
What do you got going on over there?
Stay in control of the opposing team and stop.
Tell us all about it. Talk to us. We want to know. What do we want to talk about? We want to talk about Adam and his universe and what's going on. What he's got shaking. Nope, I broke up the 22nd and go back on the 19th. That's okay, so you get off pretty much the same time as everybody else, but you have an extended break. Driving back the day before on the 18th to get food for the flat. Yeah, well, that makes sense. That's probably a pretty good idea. So why is the break so long?
Well, that's long, that one.
Yeah, it is, yeah. Like, is there a reason for it? Do the teachers have things they have to accomplish before the semester resumes? Or I'm going to guess it's a new semester at this point.
A great display of confidence, but he doesn't want to give his opponent added motivation. And he got to his partner.
Well, they're staggering the different years. Oh, okay. Okay.
And looking for a back suplex.
That's something usually they do with, like elementary school, when it's starting at, you know, like at the kindergarten stage.
It looks like Cody will face another hard test.
I didn't realize they do that at college and uni. Interesting. Today's dice are 2 and a 4. Can you beat them or tie them? Have you even checked it out? I have not, but I do know I'm Elijah Archer. I am dressed as a scorpion, and I was driving a tank. So, postgraduates went back this week? Okay, gotcha. It's exclamation point roll. There you go. 5 and a 2. So Honeybee is leading at the dice game currently. Hitman is winning at blackjack. He got blackjack. So you got to get 21 to even time for a playoff before the end of the main card. And I do say main card because we do have a tournament to finish. We still have the rest of our Speed Championship Gold Rush tournament. Semifinals, finals, and championship final.
And get sent right into the corner. Rod tag made. Oh,
so yeah, Hitman leading at blackjack, and Honeybee now leading at dice.
Cody's being covered. This could be it.
29% World Championship worthy. That's ghastly. Better than a 1. Although to be fair, I'd rather have 1 than I would 99. The dreaded 99, and nobody wants that. It would be TV. Exclamation point TV. I think that's the 2 we have active, is the world and the television. But it's exclamation point TV.
Tagged into the action.
Drop kick by Will Ospreay. Oh, moonsault. The Wizard of the Air, Will Ospreay. Two moonsaults in a row. Moondust just took to the chest. Here comes the Gooner. Picking up where Will Ospreay left off. Uh-oh. Crossroads by the Gooner. Oh, he's going for the Gooner clash. There it is. Obafemi. There to break up the... Ooh. Forearm right to the jaw. Damn. But Obafemi broke up the pinfall attempt by the Gooner. Keeping Moondust in it to win it. Right now the Gooner's in complete control, however. Buddy the Wonder Dog. Buddy wants attention. He would also like a treat. The TWA mascot, Buddy the Wonder Dog. He wants a treat, though, too, you know. He would love a treat. He told us so. He told us so. We heard him. That bark, what he was really saying was, Luke, you cunt fish, give me treats.
You cunt fish.
We know what's racing through his mind.
I bet that thing now.
Electric chair.
They actually have apps that apparently can help you communicate with your dog or cat. And I mean, I've never actually tried it myself. I don't know if it's actually if they actually work. But it's kind of funny.
Have you ever seen such disdain?
Most apps these days, though, you don't get to use shit unless you pay for it.
So
Can't lie, missing Will Ospreay. No, you're not. He's right there. What is wrong with you? Are you all right? Are you feeling well? Do you have a fever? Are you hungry? Did you just wake up? Something's fogging the brain right now. The brain cells aren't clicking. Will Ospreay, Cody Rhodes, the Gooner, Team Arsenal. Good God. Good God. She got too much going on upstairs because she manages Maria Francis, so I mean her brain is probably so full of so many different things all at once just from being in the same locker room. You know, like have you seen the promos? I mean, she talked trash about the entire women's division, bashed the legends in the legends division, went on full attack, entire roster, put them on notice immediately. To be fair, that was a great match she had with January. She didn't win, right? January won the match. Ultimately, it was the best 2 out of 3 falls, but at the same time, she got a pinfall over January. She beat the Legends champion, right? That's also what you got. It was her debut. But that's one thing you got to acknowledge is the fact that she came in her debut matchup and was able to pin the Legends champion. 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the squared circle. Did she win the matchup? No. But she got a pinfall over the champion. And, you know, that's a huge thing. A win over January in your debut match. I mean, that is, even though she lost the match ultimately, she still got that pinfall over the Legends champion. That's a pretty good debut, in my opinion. I think some people looked at it wrong. It was like, oh, she debuted, talked trash, and lost. No, she didn't. Her stock didn't go down at all, went up, if anything. She pinned the Legends champion. You guys were watching the wrong shit. Stupid IWC, how dare they talk trash. What the fuck? Will Ospreay just ran right into the referee. Yeah. That was funny. Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay going at it. I mean, if this was a singles match, imagine what they would do. It would be an instant classic for sure. Will Ospreay versus Kenny Omega would be a fantastic matchup. But this is a 3-on-3 tag team matchup. So we're never going to get a 1-on-1 for an entire matchup between Kenny and Will Ospreay at this point. It'd be weird if they did, though. Cody and Gunnar just watch on. Oba and Moondust just sitting there. They're just going to eat popcorn and watch those guys go at it. That's not going to happen. I want to just have so much fun and stir so much shit up. I mean, you're definitely well on the way to achieving that. It's been hilarious. I still got some promos to catch up on. Archer, of course, dropped a couple of role plays, promos, one last night and then one earlier today prior to Wrestle Wars Genesis. And I believe I saw a couple of the promos shortly after that, but I believe I have a few to several to catch up on at this point. I'm not sure how many more have been posted to social media, but at some point after the show, I will definitely check them out. Right after we make Nia Jax part of Team Arsenal. Can't forget to do that. Yes, she don't stop, honeybees. Yeah, no, she doesn't. She doesn't. But I mean, oh, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the 6-man tag team matchup, representing Team Moon Raider 25, it is Moondust. Oba Femi. What?
I said that's outrageous.
And Kenny Omega. Team Chelsea with a big win over Team Arsenal's Luke Gunnar, Cody Rhodes, and Will Ospreay. Congratulations, Moon Raider. Big win for Team Chelsea. Debut for the stable. Picked up a big win over Team Arsenal. You know, I actually think...
He hasn't won the war yet.
I actually think Country Dominance has had a better season so far than Team Arsenal.
Oh, we've been doing good.
Yeah. Alexis and Fallon Henley have been fantastic.
Oh, yeah. They were double tag champions at one point.
They were, yeah.
I don't think Fallon Henley had ever won a championship. At the end of the day, before that.
Alexis James paved the way for her.
Pat Barnes.
Yeah. And Mickey James.
Fatality. Right. The way that Raiding's name's spelled on those models back in the console version is fucking weird. R-A-Y-D-X. Raiding's never spelled like that to me. I just can't remember it being spelled.
No, but that's how the character's name was spelled, though.
Well, I've always spelled Raiding R-A-I-D-N-E.
Really?
Well, yeah, that's how I've always spelled it. I didn't know Raiding was spelled R-A-Y-D-E-N before as well. Like.
All right, here we go. Next match of the day from Team Honeybee Wrestling, Maria Juliet Francis. The talking is over. It's time to climb back into the squared circle, this time against Nikita Davis. She got a pinfall over the Legends champion January in their 2 out of 3 falls matchup. Can she defeat Nikita Davis? Those two, of course, have been having a bit of a verbal war behind the scenes. I don't know. Again, if you're not paying attention to the promos, then you're missing out, because Maria Juliet Francis, not only is she fantastic in the squared circle, she can talk shit with the best of them. You know, I don't know if she's related to Punk or MJF or, you know, Chris Jericho, somebody, but man, oh man, can she blow the horn. And she has definitely attacked the entire women's division. Legends division, you name it. So Nikita Davis wants a shot at Maria Juliet Francis. Madam MJF, I call her. Madam MJF. I mean, I don't know what Team Honeybee Wrestling thinks about that, but I just thought it was funny just because, you know, the initials, Maria Juliet Francis, MJF. She's Madam MJF. I think that's a great nickname for her. But anyways, here we go. Maria Juliet Francis versus Nikita Davis from Team Boss Apollo.
You don't like MJF, do you?
Yeah, I like MJF. I don't like what he's doing right now because he hasn't done much, and somehow he's world champion.
He hasn't.
But that's probably because they paid him $60 million to be there. So you got to put a championship on him on occasion, I suppose. But
I'd still take it.
If you think about it,
I'd take it. I'm not gonna lie to you.
If you think about it, MJF hasn't done a whole lot in 2025.
He hasn't.
Right? So, but he's world champion.
He hasn't really. He hasn't done a lot.
No.
You used to hear all this shit, all stuff about MJF.
But I do like MJF though. He's very good, and I think with the proper directioning and guidance, I think he could be great. Actually, I think he could be great. But I wonder how long he'll even be a pro wrestler, because I think his real aspiration is to get into movies and television and become an actor. I think that's what I get just from observing over the past couple of years, you know what I mean? So, but he is a great pro wrestler. He really is. You know, at such a young age, and because he's so young, he could have a very long career. How long or how often is he going to be around? I don't know. Do I think he should be world champion right now? No. But that's the direction they took. So there's that, right? We can't do anything about it. Here we go, Madam MJF, Nikita Davis. It's time to rock and roll. These guys are going to burn down the house, I'm sure. Fatality. Raiden wins. 51-46-52, unlucky. To be fair, it's confusing because some parts of the old MK games is spelt right. Yeah, no, that's true. They did spell it different in different games. You're not wrong about that. The original way was with a Y, though. I mean, he had a contract opportunity saved. I honestly think this is his last AEW run, and I think he'll jump ship. I mean, he's not going to jump ship too soon. He does have a 4-year contract worth $60 million, and he just signed that about a year and a half ago, maybe. Do I think he'll go to WWE at some point? Yeah. Do I think he'll wrestle there long term? I don't know. But he said many times he said many times himself he'd like to have a WrestleMania moment. And to be fair, no matter who you're wrestling for or what promotion you're a part of, because WrestleMania is the show of shows, as a pro wrestler, if you don't have an aspiration to be on that kind of a stage, then how badly do you really want to be a pro wrestler? Because, you know, I think anybody that's a pro wrestler should want a WrestleMania moment of some sort. Doesn't mean you're going to get it. But it doesn't mean you shouldn't work towards it, you know what I mean? There's no other company that has a show with that kind of prestige, with that sort of legacy, history, you know what I mean? So it's, you know, I wish that everybody could just get along. I would love to see TNA and AEW working with WWE. Imagine at WrestleMania having AEW matches on there, having TNA matches on there, and that would be fucking badass. You know what I mean? That would be badass.
We've actually thought we were going to get AEW to send over Edge.
Oh yeah, no. I know. I mean, I can't say you'll never see Edge in WWE again, but I mean, he's pretty close to retirement. He's been saying it over and over. So yeah, I think a huge Forbidden Door, Worlds Collide type of, yeah, exactly. MJF versus Joe Hendry, or you know, something of that magnitude. Ricky Saints, you know. There's so many matchups I could think of that you could do with that kind of a collaboration.
For the highlight reel. She plans on even more excitement tonight.
Cope's doing TV, yeah.
Don't like the Forbidden Door now.
He's filming a show right now, isn't he? Yeah, last you saw, yeah. That's what I thought. He was on the show Haven for quite some time, too. I think that was the name of the show, wasn't it? Haven?
She certainly has the look of someone that's tired of being taken lightly, angry at the disrespect she's been shown. She'll be looking to take out all that anger.
You know what we haven't done yet is have a look at the football matches. Because there was quite a few yesterday. Then there was also one on Tuesday. Tuesday, Nottingham Forest actually beat West Ham 2-1. But yesterday you had Crystal Palace and Aston Villa playing, ended up being a draw. 0-0. Fulham and Chelsea. Fulham beat Chelsea 2-1. Brentford and Sunderland went at it. It was 3-0 for Brentford. Bournemouth and Tottenham 3-2 for Bournemouth. Man City and Brighton was a draw, 1 apiece. Everton and the Wolves drew to 1 apiece. Fucking Wolves picking up another point. Burnley and Man United drew at 2-2. And then there's the game you were talking about, Newcastle and Leeds United, which was 4-3, and that went to what, 104 minutes? Yeah. Who scored it? Because I didn't see it, and I didn't read any, because I figured you'd tell me about it anyway, so I haven't read anything either. Arsenal and Liverpool play today. Yeah, it starts at 8 p.m. UK time. Yeah, 3 p.m. here.
I haven't seen the team yet. I'll see it. I'll see it.
Yeah. And then nothing else till Saturday. But let's look at Saturday's games. We got Man United and Man City. So who do you think takes that one?
I'm hoping United get escaping there.
Yeah, they do need a win. I think Man City wins it though.
She's doing all she can to hang on.
Or they'll draw or something.
Yeah.
I
want Man United to win because I want City to drop loads of points.
Sunderland and Crystal Palace are playing. Who do you think takes that one?
I'm going to go Sunderland.
Yeah. Chelsea and Brentford.
Caught with a lariat. She escapes the
It is, yeah. Yeah. I think Brentford personally, but
Yeah,
me too. Liverpool and Burnley. I pretty much would assume Liverpool will win that one.
I'd assume Liverpool, but you can also go a draw in that.
That's true. That's true. Tottenham and West Ham. I don't care. That's what I'm waiting. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Leeds United and Fulham. Ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match, representing Team Honeybee Wrestling, Maria Juliet Francis, Madam MJF, now has a pinfall over the Legends Champion January and has defeated Nikita Davis, a future TWA legend.
I'm going to go a draw for Leeds United for me.
You're going to go for a draw with them?
Yeah, I'm going to go at 1-1.
I think Leeds beats Fulham 2-1.
Leeds are in good form recently.
I know, that's what I think. I think they're on a high right now. I think they're going to continue that momentum. And it's Fulham.
Yeah,
so, Nottingham Forest and Arsenal. No offense, it's not going to happen. But it'd be kind of funny if somehow Nottingham Forest either drew or picked up a win over Arsenal. That's the thing. It can happen. Don't even really have to, but obviously you think Arsenal's going to win. I think Arsenal will win that something like 2 or 3-0.
What can you actually see Arsenal dropping points in the title? If Arsenal win,
no.
8 points clear, can you see Arsenal dropping points?
No, they're going to win today, and they're going to win that game on Saturday too.
If we win, it's 8 points clear.
Yeah. Well, you'll be more than 8 points after Saturday, though.
Oh, Man United can do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true.
Be lovely.
Next,
the derby. That's the derby. That's the Manchester derby as well. So we're good for that.
Now this is Sunday's games we're getting into here, but Wolves and Newcastle.
You guys expect Newcastle to win. I expect Newcastle to win. I really do.
Yeah. All right, so again, congratulations to Team Honeybee Wrestling, the trash-talking vixen villain, Maria Juliet Francis, or as I like to call her, Madam MJF. Big victory. Again, she holds a pinfall over the Legends Champion. She did lose the 2 out of 3 falls matchup, but she still pinned the Legends Champion 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the squared circle. So Madam MJF with a pinfall over the coldest bitch on the planet, January, the reigning defending Legends Champion, and now a win over Nikita Davis, a future legend, former champion in the tag team division and singles competition. So congratulations. Here we go, on to the next match. Here we go, Obafemi. We just saw him in a 6-man tag team matchup with Team Chelsea. He's pulling double duty. He challenged the one Elijah Archer. Archer accepted it as a non-title matchup, but a huge opportunity for Team Chelsea's Obafemi. If he can, imagine if he beats Archer. I mean, if he beats Archer, that first of all looks great for Team Chelsea. Number 2, I mean, that opens the door for, say, a match on TWA Underground for the World Championship, perhaps, or something of that magnitude. Right? I mean, I'd ask Moon about it, but he's still hiding. I don't even know if he knows Team Chelsea beat Team Arsenal, and we're not going to tell him. We're going to make him work for that. If he asks who won, nobody tell him. Nobody tell him anything. Nada. Nil. Zero. Zilch. Don't do it. Don't do it. But anyways, here we go. Next match of the day, Obafemi versus the one Elijah Archer. Then we're officially in the betting rounds. I'll, of course, open up the betting lines for the final 3 matches of Wrestle Wars Genesis. But first. What in the fuck am I talking about? First things first, Obafemi versus Elijah Archer. Let's get things rocking and rolling. Because we still have to finish our Speed Championship Gold Rush tournament, too. We'll be starting things off in the semi-finals. I've been really enjoying the Speed division, I'm not going to lie. Not going to lie, I think it's been a lot of fun so far. I mean, the men's Speed division is technically just getting underway, but it's been decent. But the women have already put it on the map. There's already been some tremendous matches in the Women's Speed Championship division. And we've literally had a new champion on every show. Because it's defended on every show. Well, except for Legends Night. You know, it can't be defended there. Unless it happens to be that a legend, like, say, Mickie James wins the Speed Championship, she can legitimately go defend that on Legends Night at that point if she really wanted to. The problem is if another legend wins, that Legends Championship is going to be stuck in the Legends division until, you know, one of them goes and loses it on a different show. Which a lot of the legends don't go to Underground or Wrestle Wars Genesis. So, like, you know, that could be an interesting scenario. Could be an interesting scenario. All right, here we go. Obafemi, the Ruler, versus the One. Also on Sunday is Aston Villa and Everton. What do you think happens with that, Luke? What'd you say, Moon? Oh, Aston Villa. You say Aston Villa wins? Aston Villa and Everton was what I asked, Luke.
Aston Villa.
Okay. And the last game of that week is on Monday. It's the only game on that day. It's Brighton and Bournemouth.
Track and field stand out before arriving. Was taken to in-ring competition like the proverbial.
What says you, Luke?
It's like also Southampton.
Yeah. What do you think, Luke? How dare you ignore us? Brighton and Bournemouth. You're not even paying attention to Moon and I. How dare you?
Could be a draw.
Could be a draw? All right.
I agree, Corey. It's brushed obstacles aside.
All right. So that wraps up Premier League, basically. Let's look at what's going on in the NHL. We're about the halfway. We're about halfway through the NHL season at this point. So let's have a look at the conferences here first. So sitting in the number 1 spot in the Atlantic Division is the Tampa Bay Lightning. That's of course Florida's second team. They've got 26 wins, 13 losses, 3 overtime losses for 55 points in 42 games. 146 goals for, 112 goals against. That's a pretty respectable goals against average, actually, at this point. In comparison, other teams have like 142 goals against. 141, 129. They're at 112, so that's pretty decent. The Atlantic Division also has the Montreal Canadiens, Detroit Red Wings, Buffalo Sabres, the Florida Panthers, the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, and the Ottawa Senators. But it is Tampa Bay leading the pack. Toronto Maple Leafs are probably not even going to make the playoffs at this point. Probably not. They've got 47. Well, I mean, they're not terribly out of shape. They do have 47 points, but they're going to have a really good second half to the season. We shall see what happens there. They're sitting at 20 wins, 15 losses, 7 overtime losses. They do have 141 goals for, which is third best in the division. Problem is they have 143 goals against. So they have more goals against than goals for, and that's just not a good thing. In comparison, in last place is the Ottawa Senators, and they have less goals against at 137, which is still a lot, really. Then there's the Metropolitan Division, Carolina Hurricanes, New York Islanders, Philadelphia Flyers, Washington Capitals, Pittsburgh Penguins, New Jersey Devils, New York Rangers, and the Columbus Blue Jackets. It is the Hurricanes with 26 wins, 14 losses, and 3 overtime losses for 55 points. They have 147 goals for, 131 goals against, so they're in first place in the Metropolitan Division. Then if you look at the Western Conference, In the Central Division, you have the Colorado Avalanche, the Dallas Stars, Minnesota Wild, the Utah Mammoth, Chicago Blackhawks, Nashville Predators, St. Louis Blues, and the Winnipeg Jets. It is the Avalanche at the top of the food chain in that division. In 42 games, they have 31 wins. They've only lost 4 times in regular time, and they've got 7 overtime losses, but they have 167 goals for, and they've only allowed 97 goals, which is the best in the league. Best in the league. That's actually insane. Only 97 goals against. In comparison, the second best team in the Central Division has 124 goals against. So the St. Louis Blues have 153 goals against. So, I mean, that's pretty impressive. Then you have the Pacific Division. You have the Las Vegas Golden Knights, the Edmonton Oilers, Seattle Kraken, San Jose Sharks, the Los Angeles Kings. I don't even know if they're still called the Anaheim Ducks or if they're the California Ducks. Calgary Flames and the Vancouver Canucks, and is the Las Vegas Golden Knights in the first spot in the Pacific Division. They have 18 wins, 41 games played.
Tonight, I think.
Let's find out.
Okay, we're all set for action here.
Yeah, they do. They play the Vancouver Canucks. Obafemi starting off quick. Wowzers. So today's games, we have the Flames and the Bruins, the Panthers and the Canadians, Canucks and the Red Wings, Sabres and the Rangers, Ducks and the Hurricanes, Devils and the Penguins, Maple Leafs and the Flyers, Islanders and Preds, the Oilers and the Jets, Senators and the Avalanche, the Blue Jackets and the Golden Knights, and the Wild and the Kraken. A lot of games on today, holy hell. That is a lot of hockey matches. There were some games on yesterday. The Stars and the Capitals. Stars beat the Capitals 4-1. Calgary Flames lost to the Montreal Canadiens 4-1. Chicago Blackhawks beat the St. Louis Blues 7-3. That's crazy. Utah Mammoth beat the Ottawa Senators 3-1. How dare they? San Jose Sharks beat the Los Angeles Kings 4-3 in overtime. And then there were some games on Tuesday. Tampa Bay Lightning beat the Avalanche 4-2. Hurricanes beat the Dallas Stars 6-3. The Sabres beat the Vancouver Canucks 5-3. That's who Detroit's playing tonight, is Vancouver. The Toronto Maple Leafs beat the defending Stanley Cup champions 4-1. Interesting. New York. Oh, Jesus Christ! The New York Islanders beat the New Jersey Devils 9-0. Like what? 9-0. What in the blue hell happened during that game? Wow. 9-0. Yeah. 9-0. That is ridiculous. Wow. Okay. I'm going to have to read some of the highlights on that game because I did not know that. Haven't seen any. But yeah, New York Islanders, New Jersey Devils, the Islanders won 9-0. Wowzers. The Golden Knights beat the Jets 4-3 in overtime. Predators beat the Oilers. Sorry, the Oilers beat the Predators 6-2. Seattle Kraken beat the Boston Bruins 7-4. That's a high-scoring game too.
Go on, man.
I know. That's insane. San Jose Sharks beat the Columbus Blue Jackets 5-2. Right? There's 3 games on tomorrow too.
Why you trust your hockey team? Mighty Ducks is a movie.
Yeah, the Mighty Ducks is. So when they first came into the league, they were literally called the Anaheim Mighty Ducks.
Well, they were called the Mighty Ducks.
Yeah. No, the movies came out first.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that pretty much wraps things up for NHL.
Superstars refusing to come face to face right now.
Let's have a look at the NBA, shall we?
Which one makes the first move? Which one makes the
Yeah,
first
NBA
mistake?
standing.
Here
Yep.
he comes,
I think
sliding
the
back
Rockets
into the
might have
ring.
played last night. I didn't check. I didn't see the final score, so you can actually tell me.
The Rockets?
Yeah, because they were second like
Yeah.
second quarter when I looked, but I went to see
Well,
things. And
I'm gonna have a quick look at the. I'm gonna have a look at the Eastern Conference first. Detroit Pistons sitting in the top of the Eastern Conference right now after 28 games. Oh wait a minute, not 28 games. How many games have they played? Let's see. Oh yeah, they're 28 wins, 9 losses. So they've played 37 games. They're 7-3 in their last 10. Who?
the Pistons actually doing well in basketball.
Oh yeah, well I mean yeah, it's been a while since they've done well, that's for sure.
That's a weird thing, that.
You got the Pacers in the last place. They've got 31 losses on the season. That's terrible. Terrible. Chicago Bulls not having a great season. They're 11 games back. True. But look at the Western Conference though. The Thunder with 31 wins and only 7 losses. That's incredible. Yeah. Now they're only 6-4 in their last 10, but that's still, they're having an incredible season. 31-7. The next under them is the Spurs, and they're 26 with 11 losses. You know what I mean? They're 31-7. That's insane. And ladies and gentlemen, that is it. That is all. The winner of the match it is the one, Elijah Archer, your reigning defending TWA Underground World Champion with a big win over Oba Femi. I mean, to be fair, he was just in a 6-man tag team matchup, but it is him that chose to challenge Elijah Archer. Archer accepted. It is what it is. A deal done is a deal done. You call down the thunder, you're bound to get struck by lightning eventually. All right, we're moments away from the betting round, so we're going to be opening up the betting lines. You guys will get to try and earn some TWA coins.
Here is your winner,
Oh yes, that's right. Infinite Oni, Team Infinite Oni has rehired LA Knight. Things are going to get interesting. Things are going to get interesting. All right, congratulations to Elijah Archer. Big win over Oba Femi. Here we go, it's betting rounds time. That was actually a really good match. I'm not going to lie, I did think Oba Femi was going to pull that match off. Archer turned it around, though. All right, here we go. First matchup in the betting rounds is for the TWA Television Championship. Maxine Kitty from Team Honeybee Wrestling putting her championship on the line against Liv Morgan from, I forget what they call themselves now, actually. She was part of the Triangle of Terror, but they now have a 4th member in Natty Neidhart, and I, for the life of me, cannot remember what they decided to call their faction. So for now, we're just going to go with Triangle of Terror. They are 4, not 3, but it is what it is. I can't remember. Can anybody else remember? I don't remember. If anybody remembers the name of the new name, of course, of the Triangle of Terror, definitely inform me. Who are Mighty Ducks facing? I think we probably already answered that question for you at this point. I haven't even been looking at the chat in the last few minutes, so I'm going to assume 158.53 unlucky. She's even shit-talking the crowd. Yeah, you must be talking about Madam MJF during her matchup. She sure was. What about Ewoks versus Wookiees? Oh, good God.
Is this the main event?
Good God. I mean, Ewoks, technically, I mean, they took out Stormtroopers. I mean, they probably fared pretty well against the Wookiees. As long as the Wookiees didn't get a hold of them, that is. At that point, the poor Ewoks. That's a tragedy in the making right there. Tragedy in the making. Sorry, what was your question, Luke?
But, I said is this the main event, but it's not, is it?
No, this is no, 2 more matches after this one.
Yeah.
And then it's the finals of the speed. Hey, you've got the Arsenal game on. Excellent. Keep that on. We need to know what's going on.
Oh, you need to know what's going on?
Yeah, well, yeah. Arsenal's playing, yes? Right? Game starting. Game starts in 2 minutes. 2 minutes till kickoff, sir. So we need to have that playing so we know what's going on in the background there. But, I mean, it's not like Moon's talking to us anyways. We may as well talk to each other. Watch the Arsenal game. Watch the rest of Wrestle Wars Genesis. You know.
Might as well, yeah.
You would think that Moon would have something to say by now, considering Team Chelsea had such a great debut as a faction, but whatever. Obafemi just had a big match against Elijah, but Moon's just sitting there eating his curds and whey. He's having some crumpets and tea. I don't know what he's doing, actually, but what he's not doing is answering us or addressing the Fam Jam, who are here watching a great show. How dare he? But anyways, here we go. I'm going to open up the betting line right now. Who is walking out the TWA television champion? Is it going to be Liv Morgan or the reigning defending TWA television champion Maxine Kitty? You'll have 10 minutes to make your bets, as always. Well, not always, I guess. You know, you can't have 10-minute betting lines in a speed championship match. Y'all motherfuckers would be cheating. Because the match would be over, the betting line's still open, and you all would just pick the winner. How dare you, by the way, for being a congregation of villains. All right, there we go. Betting lines are open. Open up those big, fat wallets. Put your TWA coins where your mouth is. Who's it going to be? Liv Morgan, representing Team Soul Embers, or Maxine Kitty, representing Team Honeybee Wrestling? How good of a day are you guys going to allow Honeybee to have? Do you think she's going to win this matchup? Are you on her side, or do you think Liv Morgan picks up the upset win over the television champion? We're going to find out. Let's go.
I'll call Maxine Kitty to win.
Honeybee, I think Luke told, before you were, because you left for a bit, while you were gone, Luke was talking some trash, told Moon and I that Nia Jax would beat Maxine Kitty. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what that's about. He's a big Nia Jax fan now. He's going to build...
Yeah, definitely.
He's going to put Nia's shrine right beside Mickey's. He's going to have 2 shrines.
The revenge tour continues.
Alright, what is going on here?
I'll go off and watch Team
Champion, a Money in the Bank winner, and a Women's Champ.
Liverpool and Arsenal has officially kicked off, according to the Sports Score-bot. Adam says he totally is. I know, right? Luke is lying to us. He's secretly a fan of Nia Jax.
Fucking Nia Jax is fucking right.
And you know who else? He wants to see a faction made, like a stable in the women's division. Adam, he wants to have Mickie James, Nia Jax, and Charlotte Flair on a team.
Fuck that one.
He's his favorites of all time. You see.
What do you think of the chances here? I love them. I'm not like everybody else, Cole. It seems like everybody's ready to break the chance to buy.
Honeybee Maxine looks really good with that television championship, doesn't she? She's already defended that championship. She must have licked it, because if you read her shirt, it says, "I licked it, so it's mine." Maybe that's why nobody can take that championship from her. She must have licked the championship, which is kind of...
Adam's favourite wrestler is Matt Riddle, huh?
Matt Riddle. Matt Riddle. That is ghastly. I don't... You know, here's the thing. Matt Riddle... So, he actually is talented, but he is such a dweeb. You know, he's an RVD wannabe, is my problem with him. Yeah. Yeah, he made some really bad choices. He could have been great. He could have been. You know, he was in a tag team, man, with Randy Orton. I mean, his career was going in the right direction, and he has to start acting like a chump. And ruined it all. Rated RK Bro was fun, man. It was. But you can't act like a moron and keep your job. Not to mention all the things going on a personal level, right? There was issues there as well that WWE didn't really want to be associated with. So
the champion came out here somewhat gloating their belt around. Don't know if that's their way of...
I mean, who knows? Maybe Matt Riddle will make his way back someday, but I think unless he matures, it's going to be one of those situations. If he doesn't mature, he's never going to come back. Even Randy Orton had issues back in the day, if you remember. If Randy Orton wasn't the son of Cowboy Bob Orton, he might have been fired long ago himself. He had issues, but he's part of wrestling royalty. When they say they have more than one royal family, they're not just talking about the Rhodes family and the bloodline. You know, there's the Orton family as well. His father was a wrestler. His grandfather was a pro wrestler. So Randy Orton got himself in quite a bit of trouble there, quite a few times, and just about lost his job. And he had to mature and grow. I think that's why maybe he liked Matt Riddle, because he saw a little bit of himself in Matt Riddle. But yeah, it's not his talent that's the problem. He actually is pretty talented. It's him that's the problem. He needs to do some soul searching, if you will. Some soul searching. So I think Arsenal wins today 2-1. There'll be no draw. There'll be no loss. It'll be a 2-1 victory.
Liv trying to rally the WWE Universe behind her. Ooh, walloped by a huge club. Some damage being dealt to the champ.
Ooh. Knee right in the midsection off the ropes by Maxine Kitty.
Stomping down. Watching her prey rise. We know what she's looking for here.
But anyways, back to the NBA. He's an effing goof. He can stay away. I mean, the way things stand, yeah. That's what I said. He'd have to really grow and mature. Almost become a bit of a different human being, if you will. For me to care if he came back or not, but anything's possible. And never say never in pro wrestling, right? Unfortunately. We were talking about the Thunder being 31-7. That's what we were talking about. Now they've picked up some L's as of late. They're only 6-4 in their last 10. And that is it. That is all. Holy shit balls. The winner of the match and your new TWA television champion, representing Team Soul Embers and the Triangle of Terror, or whatever it is they call themselves now. They changed their name. A lot of people have been doing that shit lately, haven't they? Changing names of factions, stables. I mean, it's been crazy. You got to really pay attention to keep up with what's going on around here as of late. People look different all the time. I think they're all related to Poindexter. They are all related to Poindexter. The man of 10,000 costumes is Poindexter. But Liv Morgan, ladies and gentlemen, your new TWA television champion. Congratulations to Team Soul Embers. Another victory for Team Soul Embers today. Team Luke the Gooner 94 suffered 2 losses today, technically. All right. I'll make sure I issue the payout for the betting line here in a moment. We're on to the co-main event of Wrestle Wars Genesis. Give me a moment while I issue the payout. Oh, looks like we're waiting a couple minutes. Liv Morgan made short work of Maxine Kitty. So there's about 1:45 now left on the betting line. So what's going on in the game, Luke? We're waiting for the betting line to close. Legendary Phantom, welcome in. What's new and exciting, my friend? Welcome into our first Wrestle Wars Genesis of 2026. It's not our first show of the year, but it is our first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the year. Episode number 686 for TWA. We're on the road to 700 episodes, guys. It's right around the corner. 14 shows away. Of course, our next live show is our 4th annual TWA Hall of Legends show. And of course, we got Season 7 coming up soon. Just under a minute remaining on the betting line. And I'll get the betting line open for the co-main event. Jade Cargill already picked up a big W in a non-title match against Queen Dust today. She challenges for the TWA World's Championship. Jade Cargill versus Queen Dust is next. 20 seconds still remaining on the betting line before I can issue the payout and or start the new betting line. This betting line is lasting longer than some of our speed matches. All right, there we go. So the winner of the match was Liv Morgan. Payout has been issued. Legendary Phantom picks up 50 TWA coins. Nobody bet on the match. All right. Let's open the betting line for the next matchup. All right, so who walks out? TWA World's Champion. Is it going to be Jade Cargill or the reigning defending champion, Queen Dust? $10 minutes to make your bets. And there we go. Betting lines are open. And it is showtime and go time, folks. For the TWA World's Championship co-main event. Jade Cargill, Queen Dust. Let's turn and burn. Turn and burn. All right. Luke, how's the game looking so far? I know it just kicked off not long ago, but is Arsenal playing well? How is it looking to you at the moment? Or Moon, whoever's... Are you watching the game, Moon? Moon is in hiding again, as is Luke. Both at the shrine, probably. Getting a little excited while they watch Team Arsenal play.
Hold on to your seats. A storm is indeed coming.
Of course, Moon is a Chelsea fan.
Cargill's about to wreck shop in WWE.
But right now it is Team Arsenal playing.
Standing at nearly 6 feet tall, Cargill comes from a college basketball
Jade
background.
Cargill.
And now Jade is dunking on it.
Making her way to the squared circle. Her second matchup with Queen Dust. Picked up a big victory in their last meeting. Today, not only does she want to pick up a second win against Queen Dust, she wants to take home that Women's World Championship. Can she do it? Adam says Mickey called. I mean, that would do it. The entire fucking world would stop for Luke if Mickey James called his house. It wouldn't matter who was talking. King Charles could be on his doorstep talking to him about current affairs for some reason, and if Mickey James called, he'd say, fuck you, close the door and answer that phone. And how dare you say that to the king, by the way, Luke? That is ghastly. It is ghastly. It is greatly inappropriate. And King Charles is not impressed, by the way, that you are a Nia Jax fan.
She is the personification of success. And right now,
and have a secret obsession with Charlotte Flair. It's going to make Mickey very angry. She will find out eventually. We can just talk all the trash we want about Luke. He's not paying attention right now. Arsenal is on the TV. He is not here, mentally or physically at the moment. Neither is Moonrader. Both of them have abandoned us. We are all by ourselves. We are lonely. Starving for attention because they won't talk to us. How dare they?
Target on her back and on both titles. It's time for the champ.
What do you think, Adam? Queen Dust retaining her championship, or Jade Cargill becoming the TWA Women's World Champion? Of course, Queen Dust is a double champion. As you can see, she is also the TWA Legends Global Champion. But it is the TWA Women's World Championship on the line right now. From the Queen City, representing Team Moonrader 25. Legendary Phantom, what do you think? Who's winning the match? Will the champion retain, or will Jade Cargill go home with some gold? What do you think? What's your thoughts on that?
Undoubtedly the top title in this company.
TWA World's Championship on the line. It is a traditional one-on-one matchup, and it is go time.
Championship action underway. The champ looks as hungry and prepared here as ever.
Adam says possibly Jade. Definitely possible. Again, she just beat Queen Dust not long ago. Drop kick right to the head by Queen Dust. That was absolutely savage.
And she kicks out. This match is
Savage, but Jade powers out. Oh, I'm watching the Arsenal game. Thought I left the party. Well, no, we told you to stay on the party. Or the broadcast booth. What in the fuck is a party? What are you playing, Mario Party, motherfucker? I don't know what you're talking about. That way we knew what was going on with the game. How dare you? You always go underdog if you can call her one. Yeah, no, she's definitely not an underdog. And she has definitely already beaten the champion. The question is, can she beat the champion when it matters? Which, you know, incidentally is right now. It is right now. Met broadcast booth, you idiot. How dare you call me an idiot, you cunt fish? Gaslight. Gunfish bastard, he says. I mean, my parents were actually married when I was born. So technically, not a bastard. You could call me one, but you know, it's not true. It will not hurt my feelings. Adam says, be honest, Mickey called you over. Gaslight. Mickey James is hot, Luke says. Honestly, Luke, if you were watching the Arsenal game and Mickey James called, would you still watch the Arsenal game, or would you leave the game and go answer the phone? Milfy James, yeah, that's true. She is a mother. Legendary Phantom says, Mickey James. You guys are just straight up villains. Straight up villains. You've seen Mickey naked? Nice. I have not, but I wouldn't mind, you know.
And she anticipated what was coming.
We know Nick Aldis has. Lucky bastard. The lucky bastard that he is. Queen Dust looking to wrap things up here. And that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the matchup. And still the TWA Women's World's Champion. She is also the TWA Legends Global Champion. A double champion is Queen Dust from the Queen City, representing Team Moon Raider 25. Awesome day for Team Moon Raider 25. His team Chelsea debuted today against Team Arsenal, picked up a big win over Cody Rhodes, Luke the Gooner. Luke the Gooner. And Will Ospreay. Now, I mean, we do still say it. Absolutely. They cannot take away our history. They will not delete us. They will not cancel us. How dare they? It's not going to happen. But congratulations to Team Moon Raider 25 and Queen Dust. Big win over the challenging Jade Cargill. So they are 1-1 now. They could still have a rubber match when you think about it. One win apiece, except for Queen Dust won when it really mattered. So, well, I guess it mattered to get a win over Queen Dust, even get a title shot, I suppose. All right, here we go. I'm going to issue the payout for that matchup, and then it is main event time for Wrestle Wars Genesis. And then, of course, we have the remainder of our Speed Championship tournament. Don't blink or you might miss the remainder of that tournament, by the way. But here we go. It is Mufasa, the future M from Team Mufasa HCC, taking on El Grande Americano for the TWA World's Heavyweight Championship. And that is next. Let me get the betting line open. Actually, I got to get it paid out first. In 24 seconds. It wasn't as quick as Liv Morgan's win over Maxine Kitty, but it, you know, Queen Dust still beat. She beat the betting line. The clock was still ticking. So she won in less than 10 minutes. And considering there's also, you know, two superstars that make their entrance and way to the ring, she beat Queen Dust beat Jade Cargill fairly quickly there. All right, here we go. So one of their match was Queen Dust. Payout has been issued. 160 to Luke the Gooner 94. And I'll get the final betting line of the show underway. Here we go.
Arsenal will be the better team so far.
So who walks out? TWA.
We've been the better team so far. This game.
World's champion. Team Arsenal's been the better team so far?
Yeah.
Well, this is a good thing, good sign. Is it going to be Mufasa from Team Mufasa HCC or the reigning and defending champion El Grande Americano representing Team Infinite Oni? $10 minutes on the clock. There we go. Betting lines are open. But here we go. Main event time for Wrestle Wars Genesis. The Future M, Mufasa versus El Grande Americano. TWA World's Heavyweight Championship on the line. Let's go.
You just gotta keep pushing them forward, basically. Liverpool trying to just sit deep here.
Are they getting closer to putting one in the net?
Yeah, I'd say so, yeah.
Yeah. Fantastic.
I know Liverpool aren't in the best of form, but I still don't think this is an easy game.
Those two titles adding a
I'm
little
not one of those people that
swagger to
think
his
it's easy because we're not playing very good.
Yeah. No.
Liverpool are the current champions. They're going to want to like prove it. Like, if you want to be the champions, you got to beat them. Regardless if you're in good form or not. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. He is one half of the TWA World Tag Team Champions and one half of the TWA Legends Tag Team Champions. His partner in crime, of course, Eric Dangerous, representing Team Galaxy Phantom. The future M, Mufasa, looking to become a Triple Crown champion again. Would like to become, once again, the TWA World's Heavyweight Champion. That is his goal. But can he beat the remarkable El Grande Americano, who at one point during this season was a sextuplet champion? Held 6 championships at the same time, the only male superstar in TWA history to accomplish that. Very few have even become a Grand Slam champion, much less a sextuplet champion. Of course, in the women's division, we have 2 superstars that have done that, B. Jackson and January. B. Jackson went on to win a 7th championship. She was a septuplet champion. It's never been done, may never be repeated. El Grande gave it a go, but he ended up losing some championships before he could, complete his agenda. But he is both the TWA Television Champion and the TWA World Heavyweight Champion. Can he go home with both titles tonight? Or is Mufasa going to relieve him of a little bit of gold weight? What do you guys think? El Grande or Mufasa? I'm pulling for Mufasa here, not gonna lie. I would like to see Mufasa win this. But what do you guys think? Do we have Mufasa fans in the house?
Yeah. El Grande Americano, the main event, superstar player. Yeah, star wrestling, main event, won everything. El Grande Americano is
So Adam. Adam says El Grande, of course. So Adam, when are we going to see Adam at Monroe? Have a superstar ink a contract to TWA.
I want to see it, man.
Right?
Definitely make this team out.
He could make a great addition to Team Arsenal. Depending on who he signs.
He's on the PSR, right? It's not Senegal. It's Senegal Richmond.
I mean, if he... Oh, that's right.
Senegal Richmond.
That's right. So we would just need the important information necessary to get a contract inked.
Yeah. We'll probably have to make him.
Well, yeah. That's what I meant. That's what I meant by we need the important information to get a contract inked.
What you're doing, Mario? What you're doing? You're doing in goal. What you're doing there? Oh my God. Okay.
What happened?
Came out with his net. He almost got
the energy.
Was he trying to cut off the...
When he came out with his net, he gave it wrong. He just managed to get it away.
Was he trying to cut off the field a bit? Trying to cut the players up? Yeah. But came out too far.
Yeah, he does that a lot. He comes out of his goal a lot, to be honest.
Well, coming into your goal, that can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who has the ball. But if you come out too far, you risk them just popping that ball over your head and into the net.
That's what I mean,
yeah.
Just see the goal that fucking Tottenham scored against Arsenal. Raya came out with Raya off his net, off his lap for some reason, and he just fucking stopped for about 35 yards. Don't fucking scored him. Got it right at the top corner there. I don't think the game's already been Arsenal won. Arsenal already won the game, but still, it was fucking good goal.
Yeah.
Trying to find a way out and does so into a headlock.
The last time Mufasa was a Triple Crown champion, he did it by winning 3 tag team championships at the same time with his partner in crime, Eric Dangerous.
It's lucky that because he hits the bar.
Can he do it again, this time with singles championships?
Right on the money.
The only other people to do that were B. Jackson and January.
Turns that in his favor.
To become Triple Crown champion in singles competition and tag team competition. We've had a lot of great superstars in TWA's history, but B. Jackson and January are definitely the elite.
Just mangling the opposition.
B. Jackson retiring, moving into management position. We're not sure what B. Jackson and Sarah Suzuki and Julia Jackson are doing, but we definitely wish them well in their future endeavors. Sorry, I had to say that. I did. I said that. No, we don't know what they're doing. If they're taking, maybe they're taking the time now. They're at that point in life they want to travel. Maybe they have other opportunities and ventures they could become part of. Who knows? Or who knows? Maybe we'll see B or Julie or Sarah return someday as a manager. One never knows. They'll always be legends, so they always have that opportunity. They can come back and have a match in the Legends division. I mean, they do have the keys to the kingdom. They are legends. They are legends.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack.
So far, I think Mufasa's had a little bit more ring control time. Get lost in the shuffle in AEW is an option. Yeah, everybody gets lost in the shuffle. Their top talent get lost in the shuffle. The shuffling is done very strangely there. There is no direction or guidance. It's kind of crazy. And WWE was absolute dog shit in 2025. But, you know, historically speaking, at least they've had... Oh, Mr. Perfect! Look at this! Mr. Perfect making his presence known from the Legends division, of course, challenging Mufasa, definitely interfering with Mufasa. El Grande from behind. Over the head, belly to back suplex. Whoa, 2 counts. Well, Mufasa, well, they're both in the Legends division now because El Grande he qualifies to compete in the Legends division because he became a sextuplet champion, right? So, but Mr. Perfect looked like he has some beef, some issues with Mufasa. Very interesting. Very interesting. 1 count.
This is still anybody's match at this point. Gonna take a trip, gentlemen. Straight down to the...
Oh! Face breaker off the ropes by Mufasa. But once again, the champion kicks out. Mufasa's not done. He's measured him up. Biding his time. Oh, he missed. El Grande played possum, got out of the way just in the nick of time. And now trying to turn the tides is the champion.
Going to any lengths to protect the title. If that means bending the rules slightly, then so be it.
Well, the world's champion, to be more specific. They are both champions. It is champion versus champion. Multi-champion versus multi-champion. As a matter of fact,
toughness gets tested in a lengthy match.
El Grande.
In AEW is a problem, I didn't say.
Yeah, no, I saw that already. Yeah. I mean, he's not wrong.
Look at this.
He is not wrong, as sad as that is. No.
Apparently, Andrade did.
He did. And that is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and still TWA World's Heavyweight Champion, representing Team Infinite Oni, El Grande Americano, going home with the gold. Congratulations to Team Infinite Oni and El Grande Americano. Wowzers. I actually thought Mufasa... I mean, that makes Mr. Perfect interfering in Mufasa's business a little bit... I mean, they're probably going to have words. And Mufasa's not going to take that lying down. Legends Night's right around the corner. You know, it probably won't be until after the Hall of Legends show, but Mufasa's going to want some payback, a little bit of vengeance, I think, will be in his future. After losing to El Grande. I mean, you can't... I mean, I don't know how much of a factor that played, but... Alright, I'll issue the payout. Well, Grande Americano was your victor. And there we go.
A Grande Americano always wins.
He wins a lot in TWA, yeah.
Every time I see him on TV, I'm like, this is El Grande Americano.
The TWA World. We made El Grande famous. Team Infinite Oni. Team Infinite Oni made him famous. Alright, that's it. That's all for Wrestle Wars Genesis, but we have one order of business left to take care of. Another great show, especially for the first Wrestle Wars Genesis of the new year. Some surprises along the way. We had some new champions. But we're not through. We're not through. We still have to determine who is walking out of the Speed Championship Gold Rush Tournament as the victor. Who's going to walk out with the gold? We still have the semifinals, the finals, and the championship final to go. So let's get to it. Let's get to it. Actually, we only had one new champion today, didn't we? My mistake. I said champion. We had only one. Liv Morgan is the only person that won a championship today. Queen Dust defended her title. El Grande defended his title, and Infinite Oni. Sorry, not Infinite Oni. Oni Shinobi, the Ninja Assassin, defended his $1 million championship at the Tone Center of the day. So, crazy. All right, here we go. TWA Speed Championship Gold Rush Tournament time. The continuation of, that is. Again, we'll be starting off in the semifinals. For anybody that missed the first part of the tournament, the quarterfinals, it was right after TWA Underground. Or wait, was it after Underground or Ladies' Night? I think it was Underground, wasn't it? It was after Underground, right? Pretty sure it was. Alright, here we go. Semifinals time. Beginning with Melissa Archer and Nightshade from Team Surjak the Great One. And of course, in the second half of the semifinals, Selena Price from Team Ace Hunter and Alexis James from Team Luke the Gooner 94. Let's get things started. Why wait? Showtime and go time for the TWA Speed Championship Gold Rush Tournament. Melissa Archer versus Nightshade. Here we go. Who's moving on to the tournament final? The tournament final will decide who earns the right to fight the reigning defending TWA Speed Champion, Thea Hale. I'm not opening a betting line, but if anybody wants to open a betting line, you just have to redeem it. It costs 1 TWA coin. It is a tournament. So much like our stream previews, you can open a betting line during any matchup. During our regular season shows, it only happens during the betting rounds. It's the way she rolls. It's the way the ball rolls. Here she comes. Former multiple-time champion Melissa Archer, representing the Wolfpack Gals.
This is a competitor who isn't happy with the win unless they get a handshake from their opponent afterwards. A real respect for
She is a straight-up villain.
their hands properly. Apparently, they lack a spine.
She is looking to take home that TWA Speed Championship. Luke wants to enter Nia Jax into the Speed division. Wants to see if she can become a Speed champion.
Nia Jax moving around fast with the fucking like.
What, are you saying that you don't think she would do well in the Speed division? I can't say I disagree. I cannot say I disagree.
That'd
be like-
Nia Jax gonna work with the.
It'd be like putting Andre the Giant in the Speed division.
Get around a match, a normal fucking match. What's that?
It'd be like putting Andre the Giant in the Speed division, wouldn't it? The former multiple-time champion Nightshade from Team Sir Jack the Great One.
That's not really. Nia Jax starting to work fast, he's probably into someone.
Callie dropped a promo.
I don't want to go back to that. That was a recent thing at one point.
I'll make sure I check that promo out. I have a few promos to check out, I believe. Possibly several at this point.
She certainly knows how to get a reaction, and she'll get an even bigger one.
I got to as many as I could prior to the show. I also worked this morning. I just happened to have a half day today. Which is why, I wasn't sure how the day was going to play out. Mrs. Archer's been sick too, of course, so I wasn't sure if she'd be home or if she'd come home early or anything of that nature. She's had a bit of a rough week. Feeling a little better today, I think, but still not great. But she's out doing her thing, helping people in need of help and assistance. PSWs, HSWs are like superheroes in a way. Nightshade all over Melissa Archer so far in the beginning of this Speed matchup. Nightshade in full control. Ooh, Inzaguri off the ropes. Is the crowd chanting?
Captain better come see the Arsenal.
Callie Carter says, I did it was about Maria bitching and a few other people's irrelevancy in the modern era. Nice. Nia Jax versus Kairi Sane. See who gets hurt first. That's funny. I'll be talking about Luke's favorite wrestler like that. It's not nice.
I am not a Nia Jax.
And she's not done yet. Keeping a loss at
You're right. You're a huge Nia Jax fan. There's a difference there. She's your second favorite wrestler ever. Third is Charlotte Flair.
And now imposing an onslaught of attacks in her direction. She's in dire need of finding a solution. Stationary position.
Oh, missed the standing moonsault. Mrs. Archer got into the way just in. Oh, good God. Out of nowhere with a spear.
Dropping down all their weight.
Good God. Mrs. Archer can be a savage when she wants to be, that's for sure. We're just over 2 minutes into the matchup so far. Nightshade looking to regain control of the matchup. Mrs. Archer catches the boot. Big right hand, but Nightshade whips her into the ropes and takes her down with a big lariat. Nice flying crossbody off the ropes by Nightshade. Only 2.5 minutes remaining. And that is it. That is all. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, and moving on to the tournament final, representing Team Sir Jack the Great One, it is Nightshade picking up the W over Melissa Archer. And she will now be involved in the matchup that will decide who earns the right to fight the TWA Speed Champion. Who's next? Who's going to join them? We're going to find out here shortly. Three matches left of the tournament. Nightshade with another big W.
This is what you get when you have complete confidence and control of the situation.
In fairness, the Liverpool just not knocking it half and stab the face. They're going to put it on. They're going to try and win this game.
No goals yet, eh?
No.
0-0.
Come on. Continue one.
All right, here we go. Final match of the semifinals. Selena Price, representing Team Ace Hunter, already beat Roxanne Perez. Now she looks to beat Alexis James from Team Luke the Gooder 94. That is next. That is next. Adam says, woo!
God, no.
That's a mating call for Luke. He just loves Charlotte Flair.
Yeah, that's his selling price.
Selena Price, Alexis James, one-on-one.
I called it selling price there. Sound like a fucking stripper after.
Who is moving on to face Nightshade for the right to fight the TWA Speed Champion?
Instead of Selena Price, I
You said Celine, yeah.
Price.
I know, I heard you. You're thinking of Celine from the Underworld movies, I think. You need a little Kate Beckinsale in your life, I think, right now. That's what it is.
Sounds like
one of the best competitors in the women's division.
It kind of does. Well, you just did.
Well, I said stripper. Stripper's a stripper, right? I can tell you something else.
I mean, how else do you? Yeah. You're the one that said it, not me. How dare you talk about strippers on our child-friendly programming? To be fair, I don't think we've ever called ourselves a child-friendly program. We are not PG here at TWA, unlike some lesser promotions that we know of.
Why the fuck would you want to keep it PG, man? That's what you do.
Well, it's fine if it's like PG-14 or something, but at least then you have some capabilities. But when you're flat out PG, you're limited to saying duty and butt and you know.
Anything at all.
Although they are pushing their limits these days. That's mostly because they're on Netflix, right? So they probably can get away with a lot more. They still consider themselves PG, but I think they're slowly pulling out of PG. Slowly. Here she comes, former multiple-time champion Alexis James, representing Country Dominance. Her partner in crime, of course, Fallon Henley. And, of course, she is the prodigy of one of the greatest women's wrestlers of all time, Mickie James. Actually, the manager, she stays behind the scenes a lot, though. She has faith in her girls. She makes an appearance on rare occasions. She just made an appearance not long ago, actually, with Alexis James. I believe that was at TWA Underground. Or wait. Was it at Slammiversary or was it at Underground? Or Ladies' Night, perhaps? Do you remember, Luke? The last time Mickey came out with Alexis?
Yeah.
She does that from time to time.
Yeah. Looks good coming out together as well.
But she likes to have her girls take the spotlight, so she doesn't come out all the time.
And the bell rings for
Job well done. I mean, they've been double tag team champions. Whoa, a 2 count already by Selena Price. Oh, camel clutch.
Someone's getting humbled. Not a position you want to be in. Needs to break this.
Alexis is not giving up, though.
No harm in changing things up if a submission.
She did not give up. She's still in it to win it, but Selena going upstairs.
What happened to that draw? How many points is that?
If they draw, what do you get, a point for a draw?
Yeah.
So that'll give you a 6-point spread unless. Because right now going into the game you had a 5-point spread, didn't you?
Yeah.
So if you draw, that'll give you 6. Yeah. But if they win, however, it gives you 8.
Is that a missed opportunity?
How dare you speak like that? How fucking dare you talk like that about Team Arsenal? I think, you know what, you should be grounded. Where's your mom? I want to talk to your mom. You should be grounded. You should be sent to your room. No snacks. No video games. No television. For talking ill of Team Arsenal while they're in the middle of a game. That is ghastly. Where's your mom? Mom! Luke's misbehaving. He is talking ill against Team Arsenal while they're in the middle of playing. I think he should be grounded. No snacks for him later. No snacks for Luke. As a matter of fact, you should turn his TV off too. He should not be allowed to watch TV. No more footy for him today. That is terrible. Buddy, you know what Buddy's going to do? He's not impressed either. He's going to take a shit on your floor in your bedroom for saying that. And then he's going to go to the door and bark like he needs to go out still. Adam says, made him humble. God bless Sheiky. I missed the Iron Sheik, you know that? That guy was hilarious. His feud with Hulk Hogan was epic, wasn't it? I think they had a bigger rivalry on Twitter than they ever did in the ring.
She's psyching herself up now.
Fucking funny. No Mickey, Adam says. And Mickey is the manager for Country Dominance.
Got put managers in there.
Oh, she has faith in her team. She doesn't feel the need to be out there to potentially interfere or get drawn into the match by one of the other wrestlers.
Yeah.
I mean, anything could happen there. Big flying knee drop from Selena Price. Only a minute and a half remaining. We've only seen one other draw in this tournament. Or wait a minute, was that the men's tournament? Or was it the quarterfinals of this tournament? I can't remember now, actually. But of course, if they have a draw, they got to restart the match. And you know, going into a tournament final, having to fight 2 times in a row before you get there, not the. But there you have it. That is it. That is all the winner of the matchup. And moving on to this tournament final to face Nightwing. Nightshade. Nightwing. That's fucking funny. Nightwing, that's like, you know. Nightwing is fucking Batman's. I mean, he used to be Robin, right? It is Nightshade, however. Jack is he's gonna say something about that. He's probably not gonna let me live that one down, calling Nightshade Nightwing. Good God. But Selena Price from Team Ace Hunter and representing Ego's Paradise Moving on to the tournament final to face Nightshade. One of them is going to earn the right to fight the TWA Speed Champion. Who's it going to be? And by the way, Adam, if you haven't answered the question of the show, which brand should Obafemi debut on now that he's relinquished the NXT Championship? Because that is obviously, he is going to Raw or SmackDown, right? So which brand should he debut on? I mean, I think he goes to SmackDown. He can have another feud with Cody Rhodes, or have another match. Doesn't have to be a feud, but another match. They never got to complete their match, right? It was interference, technically.
And with the results of this battle plain to see on their face,
you know,
at least they can say they won the match.
Told you, Stardom. How dare you? I think that here's why. Because on Raw, you've already got Lesnar and The Vision and Roman Reigns. And I think they should unleash him a bit and let him run wild over on SmackDown before they put him over with the likes of the Brock Lesnar's. Because there's no way Brock isn't going to want to put that guy over at some point. I'll tell you right now, Brock Lesnar will want to put Obafemi over. I'll tell you that right now. He's probably already thinking of a way to do it. It will happen. Because it's not just the higher ups in WWE. He's got a lot of praise in the locker room. Like, a lot of people have a lot of good things to say about Obafemi. And apparently he's got some fans in the women's division too. That, you know, I don't know if he's married, single, or what, but there's been a lot of the women's division that have spoke up about Obafemi too in comments. So I mean, Adam says SmackDown. In all seriousness, they need some new blood. Yeah, you're not wrong. Yeah. Yep, you're not wrong. Congratulations, though, Ace Hunter. Selena Price moving on to the tournament final to face Nightshade, not Nightwing. If Nightwing shows up, we got ourselves a problem, because this is not an intergender tournament. It is not. Although I suppose there could be a universe where Nightwing was a female. You know, it could happen. It could happen. Tell you like it is, Jack, though, fuck you. I know you're going to razz me about calling her Nightwing. That just gives me more reason to drop a house on you when you come in. Alright. Tournament final time. Who is going to earn the right to fight Thea Hale? Or Thea Hale, actually. For the TWA Speed Championship. Is it going to be Selena Price or Nightshade? We're going to find out right now. It is tournament final time. Well, he is the ruler, to be fair. Yeah. Yeah, I think they should continue the rivalry with Cody Rhodes, I think. They had a great match. Call it competitive in nature. Have him come back with a chip on his shoulder because he did almost beat Cody Rhodes. I mean, do what you want to do, but I think they should continue a bit of a rivalry with Cody Rhodes. And, of course, he could go on to face Drew McIntyre and other people as well, right, on SmackDown. But then, later, you know, you could send him over to the Wolves on Raw later with the likes of Rollins, The Vision, Brock Lesnar, and everybody else that's over there, right? But, again, most of them are probably going to look to put Obafemi over, though. Brock Lesnar, I guarantee, is one of them. Because I don't think Brock will be around for too much longer. I'd say maybe 1 or 2 more years for Brock Lesnar, and he'll probably hang up the boots. I think, personally. He won't do it this year. You know, you've already got people retiring again this year, right? AJ Styles being one of them. But it's coming. I think we all know that. Do you think Brock will go out with an L? Or do you think Brock Lesnar is one of those wrestlers they're going to have win their last match and go out on a high and ride off into the sunset? What do you think they'll do there? What do you think, Luke?
This woman is the
or Moon,
real deal.
whatever. Or anybody else? Adam, what do you think? These motherfuckers are ignoring me again, so I'll just talk to Adam. At least Adam listens.
Yeah, no, I think they do matches
to beat Brock Lesnar.
I know, yeah. I think he would be great.
So you think Brock Lesnar loses his final match when he has it? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's usually the way it goes, but there have been wrestlers that have retired with a victory. But yeah, the norm is you're passing a torch at that point. You're having a retirement match, a final match, and you're putting somebody over. Which Brock likes to do that. He likes to put people over. He always has. Even when he was young and hungry, I mean, he was all for, you know, I mean, Eddie Guerrero beat him, right? Mind you, he loved Eddie Guerrero, though. Gotta have Brock and Gunther before he retires. Yeah, you do. And Obafemi, for that matter. Selena Price starting off strong and quick again against Nightwing. I said it again. Motherfucker. Nightshade. Why do I have Nightwing on my brain? I've never said that in the history of Nightshade being in the company. That is fucking weird. I blame Luke. Mostly because he's not paying attention. He's watching videos on TikTok of Nia Jax.
That's how you stop your opponent. Will it be enough to keep him out?
2 count by Selena Price. Man, oh man. What a tournament she's had. What a tournament Selena Price has had. Big jumping knee drop to the forehead of Nightshade.
She's coming to, and she's not going to like what comes next. Springboard DDT connect.
I wonder, but who do you think they'll have retire Brock Lesnar, though? That's the real question.
Beautiful swan time.
If Randy Orton's still around, they should probably have him do it.
Setting the
I
sights
think.
on the leg with that. Clearly had a strategy going on there with the attention on the leg.
Luke's watching Charlotte Flair reruns, obviously. Yeah. Adam says, of course he. Adam says, of course he is.
She's doing a good job of staying on top of her opponent.
I mean, we figured it was either that or you were watching TikTok videos on Nia Jax channel.
Fuck that.
She's pushing back.
Luke got bored of the Mickey James shrine, the largest shrine in the world, because, you know, he's been there, done that a billion times already. So he's got new aspirations now. He's a big fan of the Nia Jax TikTok channel, and of course, watching reruns of Charlotte Flair on YouTube. That's what he does. Adam says drooling all over as well. Oh, is that true, Luke? Are you drooling over those videos and those TikTok videos? That's crazy. You know, Mickey's not going to be happy, though. You know, she'll find out eventually you're cheating on her with Charlotte and Nia. And if you bring up the fact you want to have a stable, you know, she'll be just like, no, you just want a threesome. You're not having that. It's either me or those two. Or she'll just stay with Nick. No more Gunner. Move over, Gunner. She'll become sole property of Nick Aldis.
This battle rages on. She gets taken into the corner. Needs to get out.
Adam says, especially that ass. Damn, that ass has its own zip code. I mean, it's not huge, though. It's just really, it is really well shaped.
But that's the least of her problems. Quick to the gut. Look out.
I mean, if anybody ever had an ass with a zip code, it probably was Yokozuna. Wow, look at that. That is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen. The winner of the match, and moving on to the championship final.
Now let's take another look at these
With the right to fight, Thea Hale for the TWA Speed Championship, representing Team Ace Hunter and Ego's Paradise. It is Selena Price. Just won the whole effing tournament. And now it is championship final time. Can she win the tournament and the championship? Can she defeat Thea Hale, the reigning defending champion? We're going to find out in just a few minutes. We are going to find out in just a few minutes. That was a big win for Selena Price. 4-0. On the evening so far. Looking to become TWA Speed Champion. But she's got to defeat the reigning defending champion Thea Hale first.
Gotta hand it to our winner, standing tall with their arm raised tonight. Every match is special, but this one just raised the bar even higher. How about the whole
So far, yeah, but it's still 0-0.
Yeah, it's still 0-0.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Championship final time. Here we go. Selena Price, Thea Hale, TWA Speed Championship on the line. Who's it going to be? Can Selena Price go 5-0 and become a champion? Or will the champion that's been riding the pine watching those Vixen villains go to war?
I want to go 8 points clear, man. I want to win.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. You should have never talked trash. You see, you might have jinxed it. It'd be all your fault.
Fuck off, Archibald.
Okay. Still 0-0. Start of the second half.
That would be what you call. That would be what you call the bottle job. That fucking arsehole don't win. Really great points clear. I've seen it. I've seen it for
It is for the Wrestling Alliance Total Action Championship.
Let's go. Will we have a new champion, or will the champion retain? Arsenal and Liverpool, second half underway. Arsenal's going to come out with 2 goals in the second half. Selena Price, one half of Ego's Paradise. Her partner in crime, of course, Callie Carter.
I'll get the fuck up, man. Fucking.
Representing Team Ace Hunter. Set to take on Thea Hale. Representing Team Infinitoni. She is the reigning defending TWA Speed Champion.
I've never been bigger. I've never really been bigger. She's been better since we got her out of fucking chairs. I think.
Do they have any injuries in this game, or are they a full team at the moment?
Full team at the moment.
Nice.
One of the most impressive and maybe a bit overzealous students to come out of Chase University. But Thea Hale is dead set on proving that she is a grown woman
Rice
who
is
can
back.
get
He's back
things
there
done
after we just that
on
one
her
game.
own.
Then form. They missed that one game against Aston Villa. He's going to be back now.
Yeah.
He's only like an office in the way he didn't play, but I think he just didn't want to listen to what he
I wonder if Thea Hale was an Ultimate Warrior fan when she was younger. I don't know how she could even have the energy left to wrestle a matchup by the time she's done making her way to the squared circle. That's insane. All right, here we go. 5 minutes on the clock. TWA Speed Championship on the line. The anticipation. Who's picking up the dub? The crowd is on their feet and electrified here at the TWA Underground Arena.
Do you think this is the best in the place tonight then? Because they know they've been like here, which is rather, you know what?
Possibility. I mean, you know, it probably is a lot on the shoulders. It's probably there's probably a little stress factoring in there.
Yeah, probably.
Well, I mean, they want that spread,
but
they know it's not going to be easy.
Oh, no,
holy Jesus! Selena Price is a fucking straight up savage. Wowzers! 2 count already on the champion. Ooh, champion got out of the way there though. We did, yeah. The only thing we haven't talked about was the NFL. But you don't watch a lot of NFL. I don't know. If anybody wants to talk about the NFL, we can of course do that. We usually talk about that. But Moonrader's wasn't paying attention to us for the longest time. He's ignoring us, so we didn't talk about the NFL. We skipped it. He could have been talking about the Seattle Seahawks season, but fuck you, Moonrader. Fuck that guy. Oh, she missed. Thea Hale takes advantage and then gets booted right in the forehead. Nice leg work there by Selena Price. Oh, she's got her feet on the ropes. Referee caught it though. Nice try, Selena. Can you imagine if she had to beat Thea Hale by putting her feet on the ropes? That would have been shitty. Well, not shitty if you're Selena Price, I suppose, but trading blows these Vixen villains are. I don't know who the cameraman needs to be fired. Like, why he didn't move, or somebody should have queued a camera change or something. The referee was in the way. That is ghastly. It's hard to find good help. Oh, look at that! Holy shit, that is it. That is all, ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match. And still, your TWA Speed Champion, representing Team Infinite Oni, it is Thea Hale. Holy hell. She now becomes the very first person to defend the Speed Championship. Nobody's ever done that before. There's been a new champion every single week. That's crazy. Oni, what is he doing? Hires El Grande Americano, man becomes a sextuple champion. Went from zero to hero, literally. Became a legend. You know? Like, what the hell? Hires Thea Hale. Wins the Speed Championship. Becomes the first person to defend the Speed Championship. And who knows what else she's gonna do. That's crazy. Wowzers. Wowzers. Well, damn. Congratulations to Team Infinite Oni, who had a very good night. And Thea Hale, the first person to ever defend the TWA Speed Championship. Now, to be fair, Selena Price went through an entire... She was 4-0, won the tournament. It was a fantastic tournament. Can't take anything away from Selena Price. Matter of fact, she could even... I mean, she went 4-0 in that tournament. She had maybe a right to maybe re-challenge in a regular one-on-one match where she can come in at 100%. Maybe give a better effort in an attempt to dethrone Thea Hale. We'll see what happens. We'll see. But there's other people in line, so you never know. Right? You never know. But that is it. That is all for episode number 686. We'll next be live on the weekend. Our 4th annual TWA Hall of Legends show will be going live. It is going to be an epic thrill. You don't want to miss it. We're going to have... the women are dominating the inductee list this year, but we got awards to give out. We've got inductees, tag team inductees, management team inductees. It's going to be a fun time. There's going to be a lot of great matches because we'll see the award winners in matches. We'll see the legends in matches, the inductees in matches. It's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to go and visit the Autism Carol, who is live. We're going to show some love and support. Somebody left the invasion. We should ban them for life.
Carol's like, I didn't know Carol's like.
You shouldn't like that. You see that? We went from 5 to 4. 5 to 4. Gaslight. But it's that time of day. You do not have to go home, but you do have to get the fuck out of my channel. Let's show some love to the Autism Carol. Let's go.